And with that, we are about ready for Super Mario Odyssey with Bayleef. Take it away.
All right, how's it going, everybody at home and in the crowd? I'm Bayleef. You might have seen me earlier in the interview. I did my little outfit change because Mario's about to do his, and I'm going to let my couch introduce themselves.
Hey, I'm Spike Vegeta.
I'm Tiffany.
And yeah, this is Super Mario Odyssey Darker Side. You guys, this past SGDQ got to see any percent. We got 124 of the moons. Now we're gonna go get a big old number. We're gonna get 500 of those moons so we can unlock the darker side of the moon, the final kingdom of the game, the final challenge of it. Bayleef is a legend. He's had the record in this for many, many months now.
I think it's almost a year.
Yeah, has put an unbelievable amount of grinding into it. It's been fun to watch. So the journey's brought you all the way here to AGDQ. So with that, I'll let you make your own countdown and get it going.
All right, so before I get started, you're gonna see a few things right off the bat. You're gonna see Mario's spin right away. I'm buffering a spin input to do a spinning ground pound. And this is gonna allow me to skip a slow ground pound animation. And I'm gonna do this throughout the run to quickly change directions and save minor time here and there. And you're also going to see Mario rolling, which is the fastest form of movement. And if you guys are ready over there, we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go! So thankfully, this game does allow us to skip most cutscenes, such as the beginning one. So for anyone who doesn't know what happens, we lost to Bowser and you know, Mario. Yeah, this is what the afterlife looks like, Monka-esque. In case anyone was wondering, it's a little gray.
Yeah, so as Bayleef brought up right there, he's going to be using the first piece of movement you do. The first inputs is a piece of tech, these buffered spin pounds, where he needs to rotate the joystick 2 times, and then he can do that ground pound right there coming out of it. For a while at the beginning, we thought these spin jumps are going to be absolutely pointless, not useful in the run at all. It's actually just to get that immediate ground pound, which will accelerate you to top speed when you start your roll. Rolling's gonna be the best form of movement when we're doing just like long stretches
of movement. So I went in the first person right there, so the camera zooms out faster. Saves about half a second each time I do it.
Going down slopes, you can pick up even more speed. And again, he'll be using these buffered spin pounds all over the place.
So what I did right there is a spin throw. It saves about 1/10 of a second, I believe. And each time I do it, it does save a little bit of time. But unfortunately, Nintendo used a lot of motion controls in this game. So normally, in any percent, you would see me go to the left side. I need to go this way because you guys want to see some boxers. So I'm going to need a few extra coins. And you saw me grab that checkpoint. Throughout this run, I'll be doing a series of achievements that you will see at the end. And what that's going to do, it's going to net me some fast moons. So it kind of like the route plays into getting to have specific objectives to shave off time at the end.
Yeah, it kind of makes the route really interesting and dynamic because it's not just about getting to the end of the run as quickly as you can. The first part, we're almost like, we're getting mostly world peace, and we'll explain more what that means in a little bit. But also prepping the run for when we do this entire second lap through most of the kingdoms to actually achieve our 500 moon goal.
So right there is Cap Kingdom. So our next one is Cascade Kingdom. This is kind of like our first kingdom that's not really the tutorial level. Basically, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna just grab this checkpoint because I need a certain amount. And then we're gonna start our first of many collectibles. And no, this is not an orb, I'm sorry.
Close enough.
This is a moon. These are moons. You know what? You know what? We'll work on some mods just for you guys. Just for you guys.
Are we gonna make a moon chant for all 500 of these? One down.
Take one down, pass it around. 499 moons to go.
All right, so coming up here, we got one of our first big skips of the run. Normally, the game wants you to like go all the way around this island, Cascade Kingdom, go through a whole 8-bit section. Instead, we're going to be doing a trick, this T-Rex bounce. as we saw, you could capture cute little things like Goombas and chain chomps. You could also capture just a big old T-Rex. So this is cool. We're gonna use this conveniently placed trampoline right here, bouncing off it and then decapturing and dive right into the boss arena. Nice job right there by Bayleef. That's a lot more awkward than you would think, having to actually stick the left foot of that T-Rex on the trampoline. A lot more than you think. And then right here, cool strat where he's trying to make sure, again, picking up these coins as much as he can, but putting the golden chain chomp between Mario and Cappy, backflipping into it, immediately knocking its head off, capturing it, and smacking her in the face. Good fight.
Yep. So each boss kind of has its own set of speedrun strats that we use throughout the run. This was just the first of many that we'll cover. But that was a pretty good fight. Didn't really make any mistakes. And I'm at 55 coins. I'm a little low. I don't know. We'll make the boxers work somehow, right?
Yeah, again, we talk about in this route, normally we only need about 1,000 coins total to get through the whole thing to achieve all the moons we want to get and get all the achievement moons as well. But in this route, because we need to get those boxer shorts, those are, it's $1,000.
They're a little pricey.
Yeah.
But no, I've already done a coin route, so we should be good to go, as long as I don't miss too many. But it is, I can only miss about 50 coins. Moo. All right, so I don't need that stack of 10 right there. Normally, in a normal Darker Side run, we would not get the boxer shorts because they do cost 1,000. And we don't really stop for coins at all just because things line up the way they do nowadays with... Oh, orb.
That's the closest you're going to get right there.
Yeah, for now. There's actually two. You guys didn't see the globe. There it is. There you go. All right. So with that little, so most of these.
That's a planet.
Double orb.
I don't want to go to a planetarium with any of you guys. Oh.
So right here is a nice little thing I might be able to get. Nope. All right, so if you mash fast enough, you can actually get that text box to scroll just a little bit faster. It saves about a second, but we didn't get it. So right here is Sand Kingdom, probably one of the biggest kingdoms in the entire game. Everything's really spread out, and there's hills everywhere. And for those who don't know, hills are not your friend in this game. They are very difficult to roll up and down in a straight line. So I'm gonna grab this checkpoint. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna plant this seed because there's a bird flying around that I kind of have to wait for.
Nice.
And the reason I do that is because I need to plant that seed because it turns into a moon later. So we're gonna go down here. I'm gonna buffer a spin pound so I don't have to ground pound that spot. And just peace on out.
I kind of want to tell them to pace themselves.
Oh, just wait till post-game.
No.
It gets fun post-game. All right, so again, just using spin pounds to change directions very quickly. It saves a lot of time. It adds up. So I don't need that checkpoint, so I'm not going to go out of my way to get it. I only need 40 in this entire run, so I'm not too worried about getting ones that I don't need. So we're just going to go down here. So I'm running on current patch, so I'm not able to do Sphinx Clip. So I have to go down here to get this moon. If you were on an earlier version, you would just do Sphinx Clip because it's about 10 seconds faster. So again, doing first person. And I can read Japanese, so it's fine. I knew which one it was.
Thank God.
So right here, I'm gonna make sure I get all of these coins because we're gonna need them.
I like how you faked them out there. You opened the chest, then you went over to the coin.
I know what they wanted. I had to tease them a little bit.
I heard a couple of y'all jumping on that.
Just gonna make sure.
All right, so here's the first major clip of the run. This skips a story moon that's normally used to progress the game. So this is a little tricky. There's a specific spot you have to stand in. In older patches, it's free. We make fun of them. All right,
Very good.
Oh, that is not easy. That is not easy. All right, so right here I do a little camera manip, and that's going to change the inside cycle of this room, of the 2D bullet bills. And I want to do this because I can actually make it through on a faster cycle. And just barely make
Very
it.
nice.
Normally we didn't have that camera manip strat, but we would just do a crouch jump and kind of like hit the last pixel of the bullet bill. But we don't have to do that anymore.
Way harder.
Yeah, not worth it.
And the reason why he wants to make sure he avoids that is because every time you take damage in this game, I mean, it'll drop from 3 health, 2 health, but also so it will refill your health whenever you get a moon. So right here, he would actually lose like 2.2 seconds. He would actually lose about 2.2 seconds to having to refill that health every time. And that over the course of 500 moons would actually lose you a lot of time.
Right here's a cool little strat. Jump out at the top of the 2D section so I can make it over that wall and make this first cycle right here. Boop. And we're just gonna wait. Oh, what's this? Oh, not yet. I need those coins for you guys.
Any of you jumping on this early? Wait till he gets the moon at least.
Yeah, you guys got 4 seconds of moon animation. So we just do a nice little skip right there. Skip the other flower that would send us up. So right here, I'm gonna do another spin pound to go left. And we do that right there because Mario isn't facing the right direction, so I need to change him really quick. All right, so now that we're out of sequence, this loading zone actually works, so we're gonna do a nice little boss fight. So I'm gonna go in this certain direction to get her to stop bouncing early. There's a different strat you can do, but I couldn't really get it down consistently in practice, so I'm just gonna do it my way. So I wanna stand up against this wall. You don't have to push against it, but that's the version 1.2 test. If you're on 1.0, you actually can't do that, so we know you're cheating. And then we just dive away, and done. Easy,
fight.
easy peasy. And what's the bunny gonna give us, audience and chat? 3 moons. We have time for a quick donation.
Cool. We have $250 from Bard, who says, "We're here to save lives. Of course, we should save the animals. Except Bowser. He needs to die."
Oh my. All right,
On that note, the Bowser painting refight incentive has been met. Congrats.
Oh, nice. You got
Awesome.
You have time for one more.
Super. We have $15 from the Shinksky, who says, "Just started playing Mario Odyssey. I'm going to watch the speedrun till it passes where I've played to avoid spoilers. I'll probably watch for about 5 minutes."
Well, sorry. Thanks for watching. All right, so now it's nighttime metro, and each time we progress towards world peace in a kingdom, the world kind of changes until it reaches its final state. So I'm gonna pay this guy right here. We're actually gonna use him later to get a few moons. So it's very, sometimes you don't buffer all the way, so. All right, so if anyone's played the lottery in real life, you'll know it's not this easy.
Very nice.
Can I get a, that's rigged, by the way. No, I just have good RNG.
Yeah, nice mechanic about Cappy is that you can throw him and actually hold him in a position. A nice up throw strat right there.
Oh, whoops.
Nice cactus bounce. That manipulates RNG.
Yeah, I meant to do that.
And right there you actually saw a hint art. Each of those hint arts you ground pound actually will give you 200 bonus coins.
Yep, and those are only available on current patch.
Yeah.
So
if you're ever doing boxer shorts %, those are really helpful.
yeah. It's one of the main reasons that I'm able to actually make that an incentive is because the current patch does offer all of those coins at the price of much harder clips, but I have a lot of practice with them. So we're gonna keep progressing. We're actually gonna go underneath the kingdom into the ice cave, where we'll get a few more moons and finish up. So right here, it might be a little scary, but we're good.
Yeah, you only have a little bit of spacing to make that ground pound work.
So right, coming up is a really neat trick. I'm gonna actually bounce off of Cappy. I'm gonna bounce off of Cappy and capture this bullet bill at the same time.
Very nice.
And that saves about 6.5 seconds of waiting. So more coins. Oh, 856. Oh no. I'm a little short, but I think we'll be fine. All right, so all we really have left is the boss fight, which is pretty easy, but I need to get that 1,000 really quick.
Yo, nice vault. Yeah, that vault strat, that's another mechanic you can use with Cappy. Very nice. Yeah, that vault mechanic is something really nice you can use where you hold Cappy out and then roll into him and he vaults you from the ground. And you can actually still do a ground pound jump off of that. Nice getting another. Those are not easy to do, to note.
That one's a little more safer because if you mess it up, you can land on the platform. But the first one, you will die if you mess it up. So this is Olmec, or as Nintendo likes to call him, Knucklotech. But shout outs to the Legend of the Forbidden Temple. So right here, I'm going to roll all the way to the other side, and in doing so, I'm going to actually make him charge at me faster than he normally would. This is a minor time save. It's only about 2.5 seconds over the whole fight. But I'm actually going to position his hands as close to the ice as I can to get him to just smash it right away. And you can see that I'm only shaking my controller once to get one spin out of the hand. And that's so we can actually speed up the final phase. For the longest time, I think for about 9 months, we didn't know how to get a motion control off the final phase because we would always just use them all up. I think they're on like a timer or something when you actually have the hands, but Timpani found out that if you shake in a pattern of 1-1-2, you can actually shake right away, and it speeds up the last hit quite a lot. And that's that's Sand Kingdom. So right here, I'm going to angle my camera upwards to spawn this moon in faster. So this game has a really bad habit of if it's not on screen yet, it doesn't exist. So actually, you would actually lose about a second. Moon. You guys got to get into it.
All right, I think that's like 24 down, another 400 and a lot to go.
All right, so after this, so as you can see, all the ice is gone, and it's, well, most of the ice, and it's daytime again. So now we're in a state called World Peace, and we're going to be doing that for every kingdom that we come across. So, but before I go, I need to talk to this tourist and taxi driver. He actually wants to go see the world, but his taxi's not ready yet. So we'll come back to him later.
Oh, baby, who's excited?
All right, you guys want it. You guys got it. Oh, wait, wrong side.
I was like, are we buying the cowboy outfit? What are we doing?
There they are. All right, this run just got a little breezy.
Woo!
And it's faster just to warp out of the shop.
What's the rating for this stream? I need to bump it up a little bit.
Yo, according to Nintendo, it's E for everyone.
That's an interesting usage of E. All right.
All right, so now we're done here. So you have time for a couple of donations while a cutscene plays.
Certainly. We have $460 from Denali's Minion, who says, "This has been such a great GDQ. I'm so happy to see the camaraderie among the runners and all the support for cancer prevention. My great aunt is currently in hospice for lung cancer, but in happier news, my mum and grandma have both had cancer and are in remission. Thank you to everyone participating in this event, and I'm looking forward to everyone yelling moon continuously for the next few hours." Thank you very much.
All right, so right there you saw me go down and select a wooded kingdom. This is just because of how the route works, and by doing so, I'm actually gonna have to check paintings throughout this route. They're just simple, quick ground pound moons, and by selecting wooded first, we save 3 seconds. Yay. All right, so this is my favorite kingdom because of the soundtrack. So let's go through town or not, because that's lame, and that's an any %. let's just go down here. So in any percent, you would not go down here. It's actually very bad. You would just instantly reset. But in darker side, we get to navigate the dark woods. So we capture a tree. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. All right, so I think there's only 5 or 6 moons that we get down here. But the route recently changed to where we actually, we cut out 1 moon just because it's 2 loading zones and it ended up being too slow. So we're just gonna go around this tree. I long jump and do some jumps there to save momentum just because these slopes are very awkward to roll on. All right, and why this is even a thing, I have no idea, but I am deeply offended that it does exist. You guys just take this acorn and, yeah.
Thank you that exists.
Just knock out the tier. I'm offended that that's a thing.
You hate it? I love it,
hate
dude. I love nothing more than knocking that idiot out with a feed.
All right, so we capture this guy because we need him to break up on a few rocks and this little pebble over here. And then we're gonna take him all the way to the other side and get 1 last moon.
Yeah, it was a really nice reroute to this. This has been rerouted a couple 100 times probably over the course of the last year. But normally it was really annoying getting this T-Rex. You had to manipulate him in very specific ways. Go for it. You had to manipulate him in very specific ways. So having a different route where he went down on a different side and just chucked the seed at his jaw and knocked him out, so much better. Oh, he's mad.
Yeah, he's an angry boy. He does not like that acorn or orb. All right, so right here we're gonna catch this guy. He's called an uproot. He's got stretchy legs, so we're gonna use him. Yeah, it looks like an orb. Orb? I guess. Are you guys just like, that's a nut? That was a nut. That was not an orb.
All right, let's keep those to orb.
Yeah, those are orbs. We're gonna call those orbs. All right, so right here there's a nice little moon clip. However, I'm not gonna go for that because if I do go for that, I have to do some different movement than any percent does, and if I mess up, I lose 2 minutes. So it's not the best idea. But that strat would only save about 6 seconds. Oh, bonk.
The bonk there is intentional just because the moon needs some time to spawn in. Bit of a scary jump right here. He's got to get across this gap. Drop down there, you actually go into the deep woods. And the reason why that's a run killer is because you actually can't spawn or you can't warp out of the deep woods. You need to take one of those beanstalk.
Some people like the bonk there. It's a little faster.
Ooh, save.
I gotta get that wow factor in. I wasn't worried much. All right, so here's a nice little skip. Normally we would have to hit the P switch, but I should be able to just avoid doing that in general with a nice little momentum conservation.
All right, trick's not over with yet. Need to actually get up to the nut, break it, and in there. Very nice.
Oh no.
You're gonna see how often players are gonna prefer to actually do those rolls off of platforms because you just keep a lot more momentum. Going for a nice skip right here. We're just gonna break this nut open, get this moon, and then fully extend the uproot coming out of this little cubby hole, allowing himself to just drop right up, decapture, and get the moon. Very nice stuff.
All right, so that's the majority of the first visit to Wooded. We just have to do this boss fight. He just called Spewart, and he likes to throw up everywhere. I don't know why, but... So I do a nice little dive. I pull back with my control stick just a little bit so I don't hit him. And I get as close as I can. And when he gives me the Shia LaBeouf, I'd like to jump on his head. So we just throw our cap under him. His hands go down, release Cappy, and we hit him. Easy. So. There's a lot of visual cues in this game that can kind of like help you learn how to time things. So I try to take my time and learn as much as I can in regards to visual cues. But all right, that's Wooded 1. So you'll notice right away that I'm actually not done in this kingdom because there is another boss that we do have to go fight. But the way this route works out is that we actually get it later in the run. And I think that's like really cool.
Yeah, it cuts out just a lot of quote unquote dead movement because we want to be getting moons as much as we can in this route. So if you're ever in a long stretch where it's not giving you a moon and it's not 100% required, you want to try to figure out how to cut that out as much as possible.
Orb?
Orb?
Where?
Orb.
Oh my. All right, you got time for a quick donation.
Certainly. We have $503 from Thomas Schultz.
Ooh. Yeah, about
Schultz is a huge community supporter of mine and Timpani's.
He says, super happy to see Bayleef representing the SMO community at AGDQ. He said he would do a dab for every $25 donated requesting one, so I'm keeping him to that. Another $503 if Couch joins in. Tim Hype.
I mean, it's for charity, right? Mm-hmm. That's 1.
3, 2, 1. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Brilliant. You're good sports.
All right, so now we're in Lake, a.k.a. the glitter bomb of the game. Or I guess it's a bath bomb, really, for anyone who uses those.
I enjoyed you decking that Goomba on the way in.
Actually, it kind of works out, because sometimes you get to jump a little higher, but I didn't get it that time. So right here, I'm going to capture this cheap. If you were using Joy-Cons, you could actually do a downwards throw. And that would save you a little bit of time, but I'm using a Pro Controller, so I can't do that strat. This kingdom is basically the same as any percent with a little twist at the end, so you can just read donations.
Okay, we have $100 from Anonymous, who says, getting my total up to $250 for a chance at that Master Sword. Putting this towards the Dark Side boss rush. We've got a ways to go for it to be met, but I Bayleef in GDQ donators.
Biggest skip in the kingdom coming up right here. He's going to try to jump out of the cheap capture and able to avoid the wall kick. Nice stuff.
So right there, I just do like 2 quick jumps. And then I wait till his hat touches the ground to start my backflip. And he has a good hitbox, so I just kind of go right through him. And
nice fight.
That's the fight, yep. I think casually I probably died like 5 times. So.
He a tall boy. Mario can jump high, though. Yeah, it's really cool in general. The bosses in this game have a lot of quick kill strats to them. Usually, like you saw right there and you see with the other bosses, you have ways to just cancel out their invincibility phases. You can cut me off whenever, it's fine.
No, you're good.
No, I was telling them. You don't never interrupt me.
Oh, my.
Okay. But yeah, you can cancel out their invincibility attacks whenever you want at different spots in each of the fights. So yeah, you can cut me off if you want.
So right here, I'm going to check my first of many hint arts. So for those who don't know, those pictures actually look slightly different, but I don't need to look at them too long because I already know where they are. So we actually get this moon last, just because I have to go check the art, and we're done in Lake.
Nice.
That was pretty good. Didn't really mess up too much.
Yeah, been a really solid run so far.
Yeah, only a few bonks. Got the coins pretty fast.
About to say, I think your only loss on pace so far is probably
the
getting the coins. Yeah.
But I'm going to another kingdom transition, so you have time for another quick donation.
Okay, we have $150 from ZFG's Discord.
Yep.
All right.
Runs ogre now.
They say, hey, Bayleef, some of us here from ZFG's Discord wanted to wish you good luck on the run. All of us are cheering you on. Drive us to victory, boss man.
I actually do a little online game with them. If anyone's like familiar with Epic Mafia, it's like a little chat game. Yeah, I like to play that with them in Discord. It's a lot of fun.
Now, Timpani, I want to actually go ahead and hand this off to you. We got our first Bowser fight right here. Do you want to just lead us through exactly what we're trying to do with Bowser at this point?
Essentially what we need is Bowser's going to try and throw his hat at us because he just really hates us.
No doubt.
And essentially, we just want to take it from him and use it against him. And there's 3 phases of this fight. As you can see, he literally immediately rolled straight up to him and took the hat. That's the quick first phase. But now we can actually skip the second and third phase really quickly by jumping above it when he throws it out, immediately taking it and just beating him up with it, essentially.
Yeah. And the timing for actually capturing it, instead of like throwing it back at him or hitting him late, is actually a lot tighter than you would think. It's really easy to mess these up. Very nice. Oh, psych.
Nah, we got him.
Very nice.
So some people like to do backflip strats. I'm more of a fan of damage boosting because it just feels better. But you can do either.
Coming here into Lost Kingdom, this is...
It's where you lose your runs.
For a lot of people, this is the run killer. There's so many death-defying jumps and everything you have to do right here. We're going for one right off the bat. We got, I know I like to call it meme tree. We're going to try to do a triple jump off the branch of this tree and go from there to just completely skip over a large chunk of the level. So Bayleef going for a little bit of a backup right here. Just extending far enough to get over there. Very nice. And you see him once again every time. He's diving and then immediately doing a spin pound out of the dive to just cut out that slow jump and then ground pound animation.
So right here I'm going to activate this checkpoint. This is actually very important because I'm going to do a little bit of death abuse coming up very shortly, and you'll see what happens. Oh no. There he goes. There it is. So those actually just respawn immediately if you end up missing them. It's a little unfortunate, but it's a good backup.
Yeah, he's got to see based on wherever those platforms are how he kind of has to react to all that because that purple goop is death, so he wants to avoid that at all costs.
Yeah, oh, I can't get back now. Oh no.
Whoops.
Oh no.
Good thing I got the checkpoint.
Oopsies poopsies.
Well, that's time loss. Jebaited, it's fine. Oh, it's not fun.
You deserve that one.
So we do that because it's actually 2 seconds faster to take a quick death than it is to just menu to a checkpoint.
And now right here, what Bayleef's been also doing the whole time is actually skipping over this trigger. The main event of this kingdom is that you're supposed to get Cappy captured by this jerkwad right there. And what you do is you actually trigger him right there. So he thinks he's in a state where he's already captured Cappy. And now, because you've moved him there, you won't hit any of the triggers that would cause him to come up and capture Cappy. Now that he's blown up this cage, wants to get up there, grab it, and then spin pound his way down to one final death-defying moon. Very nice. Sexy movement right there.
Yep. Now we're going to death abuse again to get back up top to where I can grab a few more moons before I leave. So this is our boy Glidon. He glides. Shocker. And we're just going to go over here. Now, normally I don't do this in my runs, but since you guys like Flare, I have a little surprise for you guys.
We got some serious time for this.
A little too early.
This is a very, very difficult trick he's going
Yeah,
for.
I'll give it another go.
I would say it's probably the hardest trick in this run.
That's why I don't do it. The timing is just so precise. And if you miss it once, it's already slower than any other moon you can get. I'll give it one more go. It's fine. It's like I have to slide off the wall, do a dive, and then shake my controller so Cappy captures the glide on.
Yeah, your spacing has to be very precise. There's so many things that needs to go right here.
There it is.
Woo! That was awesome. I'm super happy you went for that in the marathon. That's such a cool strat, but it is, as we said, the run killer of this.
Yeah, I think 3 tries loses about a minute and a half, that's a reset point for me. Because I think overall I have less than 2 minutes of total time save in a 3-hour run, so it's a little monka right now.
And that's inherently what's kind of cool about Darker Side, I find, is because you're only collecting 500 moons out of the 877 you have access to. There is a lot of freedom that runners can say, I'm going to swap out 1 moon from kind of the standard route to put in a different one, because we're talking of a difference of a few seconds here and there.
Yeah, I typically grab just a shot moon later in the game. I only lose about 3 seconds because of it, so it's not too bad. But we got it. All right, so now we're in Metro. It's a little stormy for some reason. Bowser is trying to put together his wedding, and whenever he tries to steal electricity, I guess it makes a thunderstorm.
Makes enough sense.
So normally you want to go through the city, but I'm just going to go above the city because it's faster. Can also get a few moons along the way.
Yeah, again, completely skipping over the entire left side of Metro Kingdom right here. Oh, nice. Going for the sweet strat.
Just missed it.
Yeah, that's Bayleef going for just that little bit of extra speed right there, trying to stay in that roll. This is one of the first instances we have of seeing, actually hitting that checkpoint refills you to full health, so it cut out the 2.2 second time loss he would have, and he needs that checkpoint anyways.
Yeah.
Really intense room right here, this climb. Trying to make sure he catches this elevator cycle right here. And now setting himself to where he's going to use the left side of this pole up the entire way, spacing these perfectly to where he's not going to drop any of them. And now we go for this death-defying long jump across.
Yeah, if you miss this in a run, it's about 45 seconds. And you have no control over the camera, so it
Nice
kind of
job.
sucks. So you might see me shake my controller to the side. That's just so I get a spin throw, just save a little bit of time. I don't do it here because Cappy doesn't like to follow me around. I missed the top.
Tiffany, do you want to explain us a little bit about Mecha Wiggler and why he sucks?
So Mecha Wiggler has the greatest hitboxes of any boss in this game. Essentially what you need to do is you need to shoot the segments of his body as he lights up, and each segment you hit will also destroy the segments outwardly, like to the left and right. Unfortunately, after this phase of him ramming at you, he's gonna roam around the wall of the building. He likes to walk over himself quite a bit, and it can become quite an issue. And if you end up getting an extra cycle due to the bad hitboxes, it can cost you 20 seconds.
Yeah, another major time loss.
Already gave me a good cycle. So I can actually get close to the wall and just spam my shots. I'm only doing this because he did give me a very friendly cycle. He has about 8 or 9 different patterns, but that's got to be the best one he can give you in a run.
Yeah, like Tim was saying, he can easily just coil up in a little ball, and it seems at random where your shots decide to go, like what it actually affects.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like this is one of the more annoying time losses in the run, because a lot of what happens in this run, when you mess up, but it's one of the few instances where it can feel like it's not your fault.
Yeah, there's very little instances of RNG. Yep, a moon. We got 3 moons, actually. There's very little instances of true RNG in Super Mario Odyssey. Unfortunately, this category does, and AUM, or all unique moons, it adds that as well with some other moons we'll talk about later on, but that's one of the few instances you're going to see like an any percent. I just realized we're going to watch those boxer shorts the entire run.
Oh, it's going to be great.
I already forgot they were on.
I forgot. This is all natural. This is just what Mario looks like.
You telling me you didn't do this casually?
Yo, these strats are always sexy.
So right there, holding Cappy out while I go in here, so I don't have to walk out. So there's a lot of minor things I have to take care of in Metro, such as planting seeds, doing some fetch quest stuff. But I want to maintain my speed and then use motion controls to kind of throw the seed up here and still jumping to keep my speed. And this is everyone's favorite friend.
Most wholesome moon in the game. That dude doesn't have any friends. Because you are now his friend, he gives you a
It's so you can go buy clothes. He felt bad for you. So right there, I do a little motion control out of that pylon, and now we're gonna talk to best girl Pauline.
Yeah, let's give it up for Pauline.
So for those who don't know what's going on, she sent us on a quest to gather a band for a festival, and we just have to go talk to some NPCs. But this was, I think, did your pie make this famous meme?
It was a solid emote in his chat for about 3 weeks. And yeah, what do y'all hear right here?
What's up? Yay. But, you know, if Pie ever wants to let go of that emote, just tell him to hit me up.
Give you the rights.
Yeah, we're all friends here.
All right, we're going to see, Bayleef, I don't know if you're ever a basketball player. Let's see your Kobe skills.
So I did play for 15 years. So.
Oh, you did?
I did.
We did not have this conversation before. That's cool. Let's see if you were a shooter or not.
Well, you know, I like to go for the half quarters.
Yo, nice. Yeah, good seed movement is one of those underrated things that you would think like, whatever, you just pick up a seed there. Like having good movement and maintaining your speed in this game, just in general, but with seeds is really, really hard to do.
Yeah, it's very important that I wait for that little white cloud of smoke so that I know that the seed is actually active in the pot. Otherwise, it won't grow. So right there, I just take advantage of having an extra jump in the air to kind of leap across buildings. And unfortunately, I don't go for the very long ground pound. I like to see my shadow first because I'm a fan of consistent strats.
Scary jump right here across the buildings. Very nice. Try to avoid the bonk. Good stuff. Yeah, very easily can accidentally do a roll off of that because it's the same inputs, pretty similar. You just hold on to Z a little bit too long, and you do a roll off it instead of a long jump.
Yeah, if you aim too far left on that little ledge, you actually just kind of slide off of it. I've done that a lot on really good runs. All right, so now that we have everyone, we don't have enough power for the festival, so we're not done yet. So there's actually another clip. You can actually clip off of pipes. But in this category, it only saves 6 seconds, so I'm not going to go for it.
It's also another one of those clips that got a lot harder going from 1.0 now to current patches. So, yeah, it's one of those, unless you get it like first or second try, you're not really saving time anyways.
Yeah, that is one I will definitely not get first try.
We also haven't really gone into explanation for it, but every time he does those cap dives, those bounces off of Cappy, you can only do one of those in the air. After that, Mario needs to make contact with the ground in some way. So anybody wondering at home if you haven't played this, like, oh, can't he just do that forever? No, he's got to in some way make contact with the ground.
And it has to be for at least 2 frames.
Yes.
If you get a first frame jump on the ground, it does not restore, and you will die. Because odds are, if you're running this category and you get a first frame jump, you will be over a death plane, more than likely.
100% guaranteed. So with that, we're actually going to turn back on the power to New Donk City right here. And we're going to go into a lot of people's favorite part of the game, about to do the festival. And I think this is probably a good time. We can reach some donations as we celebrate Super Mario Odyssey and also just celebrate AGDQ as we power to that $2 million mark and beyond.
Yeah. We got a few minutes, so you're good.
Cool. We have another $10,000 from the Yeti.
Ooh, wow.
And they say, hey, all, Yeti here. Y'all really like our shirts. Keep your support coming, we'll keep donating. Here's another $10,000 to get us closer to that 2 million hype. And when we get there, it'll be pretty nice.
You're good to keep reading.
Okay. We have $50 from Ace Kage, who says, Boss Rush, here we come. So I'd like to remind everyone that the Dark Side Boss Rush incentive is live and will be live for the entire run. Please get those in if you want to hit that. On that note, $50 from Matt Gavar, who says Dark Side of the Orb incentive hype. And $15 from Yoso, who says here's to the Dark Side Boss Rush and extending this event as long as possible. I agree. $100 from Aztec Mew, who says, I love Bayleef. Good luck.
Oh, thanks. oh. I just need some coins.
Bonus coins. Yeah.
I spent a lot already.
We get to listen to the song more.
We have $30 from Macmahos, who says, my 2-year-old daughter learned the word speedrun this week and now requests for it to be put on the TV. Not sure if that makes me a great parent or a terrible one. Anyway, great marathon. Thank you very much. $50 from Pickle, who says, I was so blown away by Nycroveda's any % run last year that I just had to donate during the Darker Side run this year. Good luck to Bayleef and a huge thank you to everyone who helped put together GDQ and donated towards this amazing cause. My donation is going towards the Dark Side boss rush. Let's see Bayleef crush it.
I hear some people singing in the crowd.
Oh, there we go. So you might have seen me run through a lot of barrels. If you have perfect movement through this entire segment, you can actually get through the entirety of the festival without taking damage. But I did mess up in the beginning and a little bit after I got the first moon. So I did have to damage boost my way through the very end. But it's like 8 seconds, so it's... And we don't have a health refill when we grab multi-moons, so it doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, he wants to avoid those whenever he's about to go into a single moon animation. Which we talked a little bit about this tourist we got. One of my favorite parts of the Darker Side run is he's actually going to go on this entire journey with us. Now that we brought peace to the kingdom, he's going to go around to different set kingdoms throughout the run and give us another moon, as long as we brought peace to it. A lot of the moons in this game are locked behind bringing peace to a specific kingdom. And bringing peace to a kingdom just means you've beaten kind of the final boss or got the last multi-moon or grand moon at the end of each of the kingdoms.
Yeah, so a little sloppy Metro overall, but it's Metro. It's very easy to make mistakes in Metro. If you do something a little too early, you're going to lose a lot of time.
Yeah, people famously call it New Bonk City. There's just stuff everywhere in the kingdom. You're running through a city, so you bonk on everything.
All right, so for those who don't watch me frequently, this is my heavy reset point of the run. I'm usually pretty consistent up until this point. And this is because of there's a wall clip I have to do, but the timing is a lot harder on version 1.2. So I have less than half a second to do my little roll cancel input to get me through the wall. For whatever reason, Nintendo tried to fix the geometry of the slope, and well, they didn't fix it all the way. So I can actually still clip through the wall how we used to. It's just a lot harder. So I'm grabbing that checkpoint because I need it. If you see me go out of a way for a checkpoint, odds are I will be warping to it later.
Yeah, again, we need 40 checkpoints total throughout the run for an achievement moon that we're going to go for later on. And about 20 or so of those we'll end up using specifically for warp points. All the other checkpoints we get, they're pretty much because they're directly along our path. It's probably an okay place to get in one quick donation while we're doing some movement.
Absolutely. We have $7,000 from Fangamer.
Wow.
And they simply say, let's go 2 million. Thank you very much, Fangamer. I love those guys. They're great.
Bayleef's got a lot of ice physics he can deal with right here. Just one skip, and that's going to carry him all the way down.
If you throw your hat on ice, you actually skid the direction you throw your hat. So it actually makes getting those Goombas pretty easy. And I do a little motion-controlled twirl up there, so I can just leave them up there and grab this moon. This is a strat I don't normally do, but I have been practicing it, so I am comfortable doing it now.
Very nice.
I usually just do some long jumps since it's easier, but I figured it out. I downloaded the strats from Konami.
There's a lot of depth to movement in this game, and we'll get to that in a little bit. We'll try to break down some of the pieces, but for now, we got the run killer right here.
Yeah, this is actually very hard to do, so we'll see how fast I can get it.
It's a very, very tiny frame window he can go for here to do a cap cancel out of his ground pound, out of his roll, and be able to clip through the wall. Again, this was absolutely free in 1.0.
Yeah, the timing is very tough to deal with. So I guess normally if I'm doing that in a run and it took me that long, I would have just reset.
Yeah, here in a marathon run, we'll absolutely take that. I've seen runners, including myself, lose like minute and a half there before even, so it's one of those that happens.
Yeah.
Very inconsistent, very finicky trick. But that's thankfully the last real clip we're gonna have to do in the run.
Yeah, so everything else is here. It's just movement. So if you're not like huge into glitches, you only need to learn 2. You don't even have to do it that way. There's actually a few different methods you can do. That one just happens to be the fastest, so I like to go for it.
Yeah, and it's something for the route, because I know we've been asked many times, is there a clipless route you can do? No one's bothered building it because this heavily affects what your route would be.
Yeah.
This allows you saw when he beat that Goomba room earlier, it opened up 1 of 4 barriers. He'd have to go into the other 3 rooms to get down here.
Yeah.
Instead, it just lets him do this right away. We'll get a few other moons afterwards, and then when we come back, we'll go back to those rooms. And the game will be in a little bit of a weird state because of us doing it this order.
All right, so I like to give my chat an opportunity to guess what time I'm going to get on this race. So do you guys want to guess on the couch and in chat at home?
53:17.
I'm going to give him a 52:11, I think.
Ooh, going real low. I feel like 53 is pretty solid. Maybe because I've never gotten it before.
I mean, Bayleef is how I learned to do this fast, so I've got confidence in him.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, nice 16 laps. 16s are always good to see. Again, just trying to angle your bounces off these walls to where they jet you forward as much as you can. Cut out the corners. Come up on the last one. 53, 53, 53, 50. No!
Unfortunately, I messed up the final bounce. I think, yeah, that would have been a 51 if I didn't mess up, which is really good. You're only losing about less than 2 seconds to like the optimal strats if you get a 51.
I think by Price is Right rules, Timpani, I owe you dinner. So
wait,
congrats.
what about me?
Well, you're the one who screwed it up. I'm mad at you.
Oh.
You were too good.
I'll just sip my water. All right, so this is actually one of the, I guess, 2 kingdoms that actually works out to where we can actually do things out of order. So in Sand and Snow, we don't have to follow the story progression of the kingdom, but if we try that in any other kingdom, it either doesn't work or it just breaks the game. So it's really nice that it works out in these 2 places. So right here is a bunny. There's a specific strat for each bunny that I like to use so that I always get them.
Yeah, it's, any of you guys who played Super Mario 64, man, these are all a bunch of little MIPs. You miss them, and all of a sudden it becomes a lot harder to get a hold of them. So that's a common strategy you'll see a lot of people use. They'll throw out Cappy from a distance, smack him to where it slows him down, and then you're able to grab a hold of him. Also some YOLO strats you can go for as well.
All right. So the clip was not nice to us. It's very hard to do, but I'd say it only took about 30 seconds. But, so that's not too bad. So with that, we're done in Snow. We're gonna progress on to Seaside, where we're gonna actually, it's gonna look like we're actually wearing what we're supposed to, finally.
It finally makes
But you got time for one more quick donation before we get there?
Of course. We have $40 from Vash, who says, "Hi, Bayleef. Proud of you running Darker Side at GDQ. Nice first try IP clip while I'm still struggling making it within 20 minutes. Good luck on the rest of the run, and let's make the boss rush happen."
Vash is actually one of my regular mods. I met him through Trihex's stream, and we've become good friends. So I'm not sure why he dropped the $40, but at least it went to charity and, not anything else. But he did promise me dinner if I got it first try, so you gotta hold him to it. And now everyone knows. So right there, I don't do a spin pound just because it's very awkward to line up, so I just go for a simple ground pound. One of the few that you'll see me do throughout the run, just because in some places it is very awkward to deal with. So right here, I dive in the water so I can get this. So this is actually very dangerous. If I throw it in the wrong one, Okay, we're good.
Nice. Yeah, you can very easily, so if you put it in the far right pot, oh no, yeah, we can do clap for that, that's fine. The reason why he's scared is because so the plants actually, or the seeds grow based on a timer that's going on throughout, I think, the entirety of the gameplay.
Yeah.
They take about 20 minutes to grow. We're gonna be coming back here much later to get those seeds, so not a big deal. However, unfortunately, if you put it in the far right pot in the direction he was throwing, it will take like 57 minutes for it to grow.
Like an hour, yeah. I mean, we come back way too fast.
Yeah.
So it's very important that you do not throw it in that one, otherwise you lose like 28 seconds.
Yeah, there are some backup strats you can use the Gushin for. Speaking of the Gushin, the main progression of this kingdom is that we need to blow open these 4 corks on top of the boss so we can fight him. And we're actually skipping an entire underground dungeon right here by utilizing the Gushin and just jumping all the way over to it. You can't, those of you who can read Japanese could probably see it, but Cappy right there is saying something like, nice job, complimenting you on knowing how to do that skip, so cool stuff.
Yeah, Nintendo likes to throw in those nice little compliments if you do things the unintended way, I guess. But not clipping, they don't like that.
And now for the rest of the kingdom, we're gonna go back and get one Gushin and utilize him throughout basically the rest of it. And you have to be careful because when you get these story progression moons, the cutscene will despawn a Gushin. So you need to make sure he kind of babysits this Gushin the whole way and utilize them in very specific ways. Also, when he lands on the water or hits a moon or hits a checkpoint, that will refill the Gushin's water because slowly he's losing out on it. Also, when he lands on the ground, that resets what your max height can be. So that's why he wants to reset that constantly. You see him landing in a few spots.
I also have to make sure he's on the edge because Captain Toad is afraid of everything. Also, you can burn yourself on that campfire. I almost did.
I was about to say, there goes 2 seconds. Psych.
And you also can't capture the Gushin too fast because if you try to... that might be a problem. I've never dropped him that close before. We should be fine.
Yeah, losing the Gushin here actually is a pretty notable time loss because then instead of getting to fly through this whole path, we're just gonna have to move with Mario. There's no Gushin in this area.
All right, I still hear him. We're good. So I saved that checkpoint so I can refill the water, and then I can bring him around this corner over here. And as Spike said, if you do lose this guy at any point, it is a considerable amount of time lost. I think it's around 25 seconds.
That sounds about right.
So it's very important that you don't lose him at all. So here, I don't want to fall at all, so I'm going to stay in the air. Got Mario in a little T-pose, for those of you that like to do that. And so here's a cool little trick that you learn just from playing the game so much. I just know where it is. It's fine.
Thanks for all the help, Gushin.
I promise we're not using walls up here. Anyone who plays Counter-Strike is very offended right now. But yeah, that's pretty much the last story moon here. And now we're actually going to start the boss fight. This boss fight is pretty scripted. As long as you do the same thing every time, you won't see different results. However, it can be very easy to mess up. Because I'm actually going to go for a faster strat that I was sort of working on this week. I haven't been able to get it consistently, but I should be able to.
All right. First thing he's got to do is go ahead and that takes care of the first phase right there.
I didn't get it. It only saves about 3 seconds. It's no big deal if it. I actually want him to go the opposite direction, but it's fine if he takes the long way around. So right now I'm just kind of going in specific spots, kind of like NASCAR, just kind of make my way around the track. So we're just gonna make our way over to the hot springs. It's very important that I'm in front of him because I actually want to beat him to the hot springs, and the game actually forces your camera perspective on him, so I'm constantly adjusting the camera. You just can't really tell because I'm doing it so often. And if you hit him over here, like so, he'll actually just kind of clip through the hot springs.
Very nice.
I don't know. But yeah, that's the fast strat for this boss. I didn't get the first hit fast strat, but it only loses about 3.5 seconds.
Does that just push him the other way around?
Yeah, he starts to like
yeah.
move backwards around it, and then when you hit him, he'll go forward, which is the shorter route. Sorry, I'm gonna do a little backflip cap throw. It's very important you do the cap throw right there, otherwise you're not high enough to grab the moons. I found that out the hard way in a run.
Have you dove off of the glass altogether?
I don't think the game lets you do that. I think there's a barrier that keeps you up there. And with that, we're done with Seaside, and we'll move on to the next kingdom, so you can have time for a few donations.
Cool. We have $250 from Brad, who says, "Sup, Bayleef, from your favorite chat lurker. Here's a donation toward the Darker Side boss rush. Also, you're going to submit an all-unique Moons run for SGDQ, right? Right?
I gotta work on that.
I know Timp would like to see that.
It's a full-time job in itself. I can't work 2 full-time jobs. That's a little much for me. But no, Brad actually got me my Pro Controller that I'm using right now for Christmas, last Christmas. It still works. You're a little over a year old, it still works, surprisingly. But thanks. You have time for about 1 or 2 more.
Cool. We have $100 from Okra Armband, who says, "Hey, Bayleef and SMO dudes.
Yeah.
Sorry I couldn't be there, but here's some money for the boss rush as well as track 46. Good luck on the wrong. Can I get a wee, hoo?"
I didn't think about that. If you guys want to, you can open up a bid war for track 46 or track 4. Anyone who knows the game knows what that is.
It's not even a bid war. Track 46 for life, dude.
Yeah, track 46 is the end game music. There's actually a song that I can choose from at the near the end of the game, one of the final moons that I get, and people like to tell me what to choose, track 4 or 46, and whatever chat's feeling that day, I usually pick the other one, so I debate them. They don't like that.
Also, to the audience, we're just going to be fighting Speward here again. The fight is almost exactly the same. You're just in a square arena instead.
Oh, yeah, I got a little sidetrack. So we're in Luncheon Kingdom now. This is my least favorite kingdom, just because of everything that can happen and everything that exists in this kingdom. I'm not a fan. Everything in here can pretty much damage you. It's like a neon version of Lost Kingdom.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, and I don't know why it's like pink, like Pepto-Bismol. I don't know who drinks hot Pepto, but you should not do that. It says so on the bottle.
Also, I think we had a request from that comment about wee who. Is that what it was?
What?
Wee, hoo!
All right, nailed it.
Noises.
All right, so yeah, same strats for that boss. I messed it up a little bit, but it's no big deal. So you would think that I'm just gonna progress forward, but this moon is actually fast enough to keep in the route.
Yeah, I know for a while. So there's actually, in almost every sub-area in the game, these little sub-rooms, there's going to be one moon and then one secret moon. That's the secret moon, as you can see, very fast right there. I know people for a while wanted the other moon in there, the 5 moon shards, to be fast enough, but it's become very competitive. Nice. It's become very competitive for a moon to stay in the route. Moon needs to be like 22 seconds or less to be in it now. Nice. It's good whenever you're able to capture an enemy from behind like that. So that it will actually knock off their hat, and then Cappy's still kind of on top of their hitbox to give you that instant capture. So nice to get on top of them.
Cool.
Very good.
Yeah, that was like a strat that I guess I can't say I thought of it myself. If you do that movement up above that hammer bro and you kind of get him from above, it gets an instant capture while he's still close to the cheese. And we cannot do turnip clip on this version because it is fixed. So here, I don't need this checkpoint, so I just want to catch that guy really fast.
Yeah, the lava bubble's pretty interesting. You can you can do these long jumping these long arching jumps, but those are pretty slow. We want to use those as little as possible unless we need the height. Those probably want these spin jumps that'll corkscrew them across the land. Nice spin pound into that early capture. That's pretty difficult to do.
So right there is a good case of the moon not being on screen and not existing, but if I change my camera at all, it gets a little disorienting in this room, and I like to keep the cycle the same. So I just let it happen.
Nice room right there. Yep.
Oh yeah, for all the sub areas in this run, you're gonna be seeing me attempt the fastest strats possible, because that's where you save most of your time, aside from general movement improvements. I could dive right here, but I'm just gonna take a safe ground pound and then dive onto this little ledge. There's actually a little piece right there I can jump off of.
Yeah, climbs in this kingdom look really, really good. And that was some good movement.
Yep.
Got a sexier piece of movement coming up as we climb back up this mountain up to the boss here in just a little bit.
Cool. All right, so that's where any percent would finish with luncheon. However, we are not quite done yet. We have a lot to explore, and we have to beat the boss, which is... I thought they were saying boo because of the boss.
I
was
heard
really
boo as
excited.
well.
I hate this boss. I was really excited. I was going to bring that guy up here.
I think someone heard food as well.
Hey, man, if you guys want to treat me to dinner afterwards, I'm not going to say no.
Where are we going after this?
I mean, there's a McDonald's across the street. I'm sure everyone loves that.
How are you going to celebrate? McDonald's. You've also been seeing, we've kind of glossed over this piece of tech right here. Tim, if you want to explain a little bit just what vectoring is.
So if you kind of fall from a height at a slant, if you like kind of angle your descent in a certain way, you'll actually fall further and faster than you normally would. It's very easy to do. I don't quite fully understand it myself, if I'm being completely honest.
I think you explained to me is you do a little jig to the left and then a little jig to the right, a little dance movement.
Yeah, you can see it as well on the moon quite a lot because of the low gravity. It makes it a lot easier to get vector jump.
Right. Wants to make sure he doesn't hit those wooden pegs right there because that will actually decapture you from the lava bubble. It'll kill it, and then you fall in Pepto-Bismol and you die. As you do.
Cool. So that was a pretty good room. So you have two options in those like little lava bubbles. You can either hit the jump button to kind of do a leap like you saw me do a few times, or you can use motion controls to get a little fast jump into the lava. So right here is a nice little trick. So I don't know if all of you know that you can capture piranha plants in this game. Well, you can. I'm not debating you. I'm just not going to do it because it's actually a few seconds faster to let him shoot this. And then we can actually use Cappy to smack the fireball.
That was something we maybe found after like a year of playing this game, and it made this moon fast enough to do it in that way, nothing instead. All right, super sexy, super fun climb right here. Beautiful stuff right there. Utilization of so many of Mario's different jumps and tricks.
Yeah, so whenever Cappy comes back to you and then you hit jump, you actually get like a little leap in the air. If I didn't get that on the first part of that trick, I actually would have bonked and died. So it's very important that you get that little leap in the air.
Really fast first hit.
This boss has some fantastic hitboxes. If you've never attempted fast strats before, I highly recommend it. You will understand why I hate Luncheon Kingdom.
Yeah, it sucks. I love Luncheon Kingdom, but I hate hitting this boss. It's really, really awful.
So hopefully the third phase doesn't give me any trouble. We'll see where he wants to go. Left, that's not too bad. All right, so we spent so long trying to figure this out, but shadow on the ground, just, oh, nope, lost a jump. Yep.
What a cool boss.
I love it. So if you mess this up at all, you kind of have to like take your time because he throws up little platforms and we kind of like get the last hit. So I would have had it there, but I think I slid off. I think I jumped a little too soon and I fell off the lava platform as I was hitting jump, so I kind of like had to readjust. But it only loses about 8 seconds.
No dumplings in the way, good RNG.
Yeah, I actually didn't get hit by, if you actually try to do this fight too fast, you actually get hit by invisible fruit for some reason. I think they coded the hitboxes to be active like right in front of the boss instead of like, I don't know. It's weird.
I think the whole room got split right there. I heard moon, food, and fruit.
Wait, who said fruit?
Thanks for the orb, by the way.
Who said fruit? Get that guy out of here. So we're done in luncheon. Orb. So we're done in luncheon. We're gonna progress to Bowser's Kingdom. So you have time for a quick donation.
Okay, we have $500 from JD the Bud, who says, this final day has been a great end to an amazing event. Thanks to everyone involved, and let's get that dark side boss rush. Also, save the animals. Thank you very much, JD.
Okay, so I know I said we're gonna go to Bowser's Kingdom, but I debated you guys. We're actually gonna take a quick detour to play some Dark Souls.
I know we had a lot of that earlier today. Just fits right in the block.
Yep. All right, so I'm actually gonna start buffering an input. Since you can control the cameras during these cutscenes, you can actually have Mario spin while they play and then start off in a kingdom spinning. So I'm gonna use that to get speed, to get over here faster. And then I wanna do this, maybe. It's okay. That's happened before, so I have a good backup. So what I wanted to do there was throw Cappy over there, then get my little boosted jump, and then get back up there. But I just used the backup strat. So here is, I guess, some people would call him Spyro or Deathwing or whatever video game franchise. Insert lightning dragon here. I'm gonna call him Zekrom because that's a lightning dragon.
Oh.
And I like Pokemon, so.
I was about to ask, is that a Pokemon?
It's a Pokemon.
I only know Gen 1, dude, so I was like, I know his name's Bayleef, so it's probably a Pokemon.
So right here, you're gonna see me just abuse some invincibility frames and jump on his head. That's pretty much all there is to the fight. So you're free to read as many donations as you can.
Yep, we have $1,000 from Anonymous.
Yeah, wow.
They say hats off to all the runners for an amazing run. Let's get that boss rush incentive met. I agree. We have $50 from Carla, who says, greetings for Back Couch. Glad you got Seaside Boss Clip. Hope you won't have problems with RNG Rock. This going to kill the animals, just for you.
Real quick, I'm assuming you don't need the hint art here.
Oh, that would be helpful. There's a few coins.
You're welcome.
Yeah, there's coins there. Oh no.
So he should have the time before he gets up. Nice.
Yeah, we're fine.
Nice recovery over off of my suggestion.
Yeah, thanks for the suggestion.
I was like, maybe he's already got enough coins. I don't know.
I think I do have enough coins, but
Yeah.
you can never have too many coins. We already spent a lot. We gotta take Princess Peach out for that nice dinner.
If you had died there, I would have paid for your dinner tonight.
That would have been awkward. Then,
All the McDonald's you want.
no, no. There's actually. I mean, it's not a common thing anymore, but speedrunners have died in Ruined just because of how they damage abuse, and they have lost world record pace runs to it. So, but I can say I have not died on that boss yet.
We could have had the first.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's talk about this. But yeah, we just have a few more cutscenes, and now we're going to go to Bowser's Kingdom now that we repaired the Odyssey. So you have time for a few more donations.
Very well. We have $100 from Girl Yeti, who says, hey GDQ, what an amazing time it has been. Amazing runs for a great cause. Shout out to Spike, Urban Yeti Vegeta for being hilarious the entire time. Also, Moon.
Moon. Moon? Someone say Moon?
Orb.
Right. Oh, I heard that. That was Spike.
Urban Yeti.
All right, so now we're in Bowser's Kingdom. You're going to see me utilizing some spin throws here, just because they are pretty easy to do. So I'm actually going to hold Cappy out, and I'm going to recapture this guy. So I'm just going to fall down here, and then all you have to do is really just shake, and you get the bird.
Very nice. Yeah, there's a lot of very specific positioning there to make sure the Pokio, or the Tweety Bird as I like to call him, is sitting at the correct position.
So I have to touch that checkpoint. So movement here is a little weird. And then we just kind of jump on this guy. I'm gonna spin my hat to get some coins or one. Just one.
It's all right.
As long as I touch the moon on the first frame, we don't really lose any time. It's not like in Mario 64 where you want to touch the bottom. For any story moon, it kind of just plays out a cutscene when you touch it.
Can you believe how bad all these enemies feel when this dude in boxer shorts is straight schooling them? Oh, I got you.
I got out of bed for this.
Got some really fun movement right here. So that was the first story moon. Now we've got the moon shards right here. Normally they want you to use these Pokeo all the way throughout it. We're gonna try to utilize only one throughout. Nice utilization of a cap cancel right there, canceling the roll in order to switch his direction on a dime.
I just slid off the roof. That's actually a pretty unfortunate death.
At least he's right there, so honestly, as far as deaths go, that's not too punishing.
Yeah, I just missed the rooftop. I guess I didn't need to come back over here, but...
Again, gonna use these homing attacks with Cappy to lock in and home in on those. Gotta use Pokeo right here. Nice, caught that cycle, got rid of his friend.
Yeah, he's hit me before, so I just take him out. I ain't got time for that.
Shouts to Grand Pooh Bear.
So there's actually a moon behind this that we get beforehand. And I want to make sure I grab it at the top so that I can just throw Cappy to the right and then roll into the pipe. And now we can get the story moon.
You also see, like it is in a lot of probably just 3D platformers in general, but also just Mario. There's a lot of very subtle, just specific camera manipulation usage that Bayleef's having throughout the run to making sure that he's always got this lock on ready to go, that he's always facing the right direction. Cutting out as many just like Cappy throws as he can. And just being able to straight dive from there. Because Mario, when he gets the moon, he will always face towards the camera.
That's a little risky strat. If you aim too far to the right, you die, so... But it does save a little bit of time. So here's a nice little trick. We usually save this for post-game, but we found it was actually faster to go ahead and get these two moons, and then we'll work out the routing later.
The game actually forces you to decapture that Jizo for just a little bit, so he just pops out manually.
Oh, I am not high enough for this.
Reset.
There we go. So yeah, we just come out of the hole in the ceiling that we made. And then we just get the second moon.
Saves a little bit of time overutilizing the exit pipe right there. And now we get two refights of both.
So I am on Team Harriet first.
No, good team, dude.
No.
Shout out.
Let's hear it for Team Harriet
for
first.
Team Harriet.
No, we got some Team Harriet fans back here. Let's hear it for Team Topper. All of you are wrong.
Yeah, you're just compensating because you don't have as many hats as Topper. Listen, here's the hot strats why you do this one first. If you mess this one up, it's fine. That's all I got.
You don't feel bad about yourself going into it. It is a little bit specific, him actually hitting the bombs out of the air. It's pretty easy to knock it off to the side. Your angle does have to be pretty specific.
Yeah, so you have to like hold your left joystick a certain way so you're kind of just like throw it straight back at her. It's a little finicky, but once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad.
Tiffany, do you want to explain right here this Topper refight right now and what makes it suck?
Timing your jump onto that hat.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
That is awful, actually. He should have enough time. Do you want to get back up? We're just going to completely derobe him. Let's go.
See, I just want to throw in. If he had done Topper first, he could use the checkpoint right now.
Ooh. You're letting me down, Bayleef. You're making Team Topper first feel good.
Listen, I can explain. I did it for the crowd. I know they need a little time to catch their breath after saying moon. So if I don't refill my health, they're gonna
they've been wearing down back there.
They're like, winded very fast.
They're like, my God, how are there so many moons in this game? That's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
Who's hyping AGDQ 2019? That was very loud. I'm gonna need y'all to calm down.
We might get a noise complaint.
That guy. Can we get security in here?
Whoa.
Orb.
All right,
Orb.
so I'm going to do a nice little triple jump off of a fence after I touch this checkpoint, because I need it.
Nice vectoring right there.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that, but
Well, I liked it.
it was pretty nifty. I probably shouldn't have said anything. You guys wouldn't have known.
Like, oh man, that was sick. A lot of blind movement he's got to do right here because the camera doesn't want to turn around for a while.
Yeah, I had a bad angle, so I'm just going to take the safe route. So I'm not going to get that checkpoint or any checkpoint kind of above me. And that's because it makes the final checkpoint very hard to menu to. So you'll see later that I do have some very fast menuing when it comes to going to the checkpoints. And skipping those two actually is very important. Because if you don't skip them, you kind of have to like zoom in and take your time. But since I don't get them, it's very easy.
It's also something subtle we don't talk about too much, but just rolling on uneven surfaces is extremely awkward to do. Nice Pokio capture right there.
Oh yeah, it's the worst. If you can avoid rolling on slopes, do it, because it's awful. All right, so I don't want that one. But I do want this one.
Yeah, this is the good one.
So if you don't hit this checkpoint, you lose about a minute getting all the way back up here in post-game. I've done that before. Never again. So this is the reason we kept the bird the entire time, is so we could just get this moon. And now we're going to fight the mech. Everyone's favorite. But first, I'm going to get a moon.
Do you want to explain this one, or do you want us to do it while you're doing it?
You guys can explain the fight.
Tiffany, do you actually want, because I know you know the good strats to this, boss.
No, I'm going to let you take this one.
Okay, I like I was like, do you want me to do it? Okay, cool. Tiffany, go for it. So the first thing we're going to be going for is this right side. We're going to try to stand on these screws on his legs. Normally the game wants you to grab these Pokio and use them to knock the bombs back at him, blowing up the legs, and then getting on top of him and hitting with the Pokio. Instead, that was gross and disgusting at the same time. We're going to try to just utilize these cap throws. Every time he does that shockwave, it actually refunds your ability to do a cap bounce. So we're going to do that over and over again to try to stay on top of him. Now we're in the bucking Bronco phase, I like to call it. Right now he has to do these 3 charges, and he's invincible during this. So he's going to try to catch our boy right as he's curving over. We got to get back on top of him one more time while the camera's fighting him. He's just got Harriet to take care of. Let that ear turn around, try to get whack-a-mole, and we're out of there.
All right. I keep messing up movement throughout the kingdoms, but hey, at least I have good boss fights.
That fight is gorgeous. That was like the first really, really fun strategy that people theorized and came up with back the first couple days of the game being out. Because doing all those strats probably saves a good 2 minutes over what you would do casually there. You did it clean. So
Yeah, you can actually do it you can do it in a different order, but it's a little more risky, and I don't have enough practice with it just because I do focus on the longer categories. So I'm not trying to shave off that final 1 to 2 seconds like the 80% guys are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's a good moon.
All right, so now that we've restored peace to Bowser's Kingdom, I don't know why. We're not going to leave just yet. There's one final moon we're going to get. And it might have taken you a while to find this one, unless you cheated with amiibos. Yeah, you know who you are. This one right here.
I might have cheated for that one.
I knew it. I called him out earlier in the week. He wouldn't say anything. All right, so now we're done with Bowser's Kingdom. So you have time for a few donations while this cutscene plays.
Sure.
Orb.
We have $250 from Nats fan, who says, "Come on, people, 2 million or bust." Thank you very much, Nats fan. And we have $100 from Anonymous, who says, "Awesome job, everyone. Finish strong." I concur. Complete orb.
Big orb.
Great cinematography right there.
We have $1,000 from Tyrolan, who says, "Great GDQ, great runs, great prizes. I love it." Charity donation 6.
Yes, you can do one more.
Thank you. We have $50 from Fish Hunter, who says, long-time watcher, first-time donator. Glad to finally catch a GDQ event live. This donation goes to killing the animals.
Okay, so now we're back in the tuxedo. Sorry, guys. It's temporary. It's fine. So now we have moon physics. So I'm going to abuse what we talked about vectoring earlier. And it's very easy to see and do on the moon just because it has lower gravity. So I just take advantage of that to clear the gap faster than I normally would with a long jump.
Really nice bunny strat right there. And trying to bait him a certain direction. Yeah, anytime he cleanly kills a bunny, a bird, anything like that, catches a fish, that's the hypest parts of the run, I'm telling you.
So here we're going to do 3 jumps.
Again, vectoring in between all of these. You can see the sick distance you get on all these jumps.
Yeah, we used to just long jump across because it was safer, but then we found a consistent setup that saves about 5 seconds if you do it that way. So I waited on top of that rocket flower and had Cappy come back to me so I can just kind of always keep 2. That way I can just kind of ignore the slow movement of the moon. So right here is kind of the skip we all know. And that's moon skip. You skip the entirety of the inside of the cave. Easiest trick for anyone to do. So instead of going in, I think I should probably get some moons.
It's actually really fun to optimize your movement all over this run, but I love optimizing it here in the moon.
All right, so right there, I want to be very low to the ground because it is very slow to ground pound on the moon. Like this, as you can see. Sometimes you can clip on that small ceiling right there. So I try to do a quick backflip.
But it's okay, because there's normal moon, or normal non-moon physics.
Yep.
As soon as you walk indoors.
So we go up to the rafters and get this moon, and now we're gonna crash the wedding.
What a jerk.
I know, right? He's just trying to live a happy life, and I mean, is Bowser really the bad guy? I mean, think about it. We have an angry Italian plumber running around in his underwear, stealing moons from every kingdom, you know, not even asking if it's okay, just leaving, and, I mean, kind of just crashes the wedding. She tried to take Bowser's fizzy soda from Seaside.
And not to mention, look at Bowser's hair. Absolutely gorgeous. How could you think this was the bad guy? 50% of the graphical production went into animating that hair.
I mean, I wish my hair looked that good.
I would say same, but mine's better, so it's whatever.
Oh, all right. Weird flex, but okay. Oh, wait. Yeah, there's fire here. I was going to roll around.
Just played this like 1,000 times. What happened? What's the story?
Listen, when you don't get hit by stuff too often, you just kind of forget it's there. So right here, I'm going to wait to roll into the cap. And that's just because there's, he throws out more. So it's actually better if I just wait a few seconds so my invincibility doesn't run out. And one last hit. Boom.
Yeah, good fight, good fight.
All right, so now we're going through the escape sequence.
Yeah, pretty iconic moment for all you right here.
So the cutscene we skipped, we kind of just, we fell into the inside of the moon. Bowser's unconscious because we won this time. And now we take control of Bowser, and Peach is riding on our shoulder as we make our way through the end of this.
And you might not think there's a lot of optimization to this section. We were just talking about it the other day, a lot of the SMO boys, about how you can easily lose a ton of time to good players in this section. Optimizing, utilizing that triple jump right there. Also, we're coming up on something called a 2D shortcut. Going to give him a little bit of serious time right here, because if he messes this up, he dies and loses 45 seconds. So let's give him some serious time. Very nice. It's very easy. You basically have to walk completely off of the ledge and then do a jump where you have like your back toes pixel, your back toe, your back foot. It's pixel on there, and then you can make those little jumps. Save you like 2 seconds. And here, just trying to use these fireballs as much as he can to blow away these walls and everything while he's from a distance, and then going into straight his claw slashes from there. And then optimizing this room is a nightmare.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to go for early pillar. So I'm going to try to shoot. Okay, that should be fine. No, I missed one.
One, unfortunately, deny. You can go for an audio cue right there that tells you if it fell down or not.
Oh, okay. That should work. Yep.
All right, there you go.
And you can see the camera fighting me there. I missed a few more. So if you do them good enough, you save about 8 seconds as opposed to just running around the whole time. But that was a little sloppy. So this is where any percent would end, but since we're not done collecting moons yet, we have a long ways to go. So this is kind of our halfway point of the run. Boom.
Any percent time?
Any percent done.
So let's give it up for the 80% portion of the run. Really solid stuff from Bayleef so far.
Little sloppy, but it's okay. So now we have the ending credits, but we're not done. So you have time for a couple donations while I skip some cutscenes.
Certainly. We have $1,000 from Eyes. They say nothing quite like watching an Italian plumber saving the world in his boxers. Donation goes to Boss Rush. And with that, I'm happy to announce that the Dark Side Boss Rush is a quarter of the way there. So if you want to say that, get them in. It's working, guys. It's working out.
I believe in you guys. You can do it. So what you saw there is a little moon cube. So now, since I've beaten the game, all of those are active in kingdoms where I've achieved world peace, which is all but one at this point. So now I'm kind of doing a little bit of maintenance in Mushroom Kingdom before I start my collectathon. So I hope you guys are have a lot of energy left, and hope you're ready to say moon about every 20 seconds.
Yeah, we've got 150 moons, so 350 to go. But now the run, it really speeds up quite a bit. There's going to be a lot of faster moons thrown in. Again, optimizing your seed movement here, really difficult to do. Trying to keep that P speed of swords. So that's why he's constantly jumping so that the ground, the friction of it doesn't take too much away. Nice, good curves right there. Plans with a nice shot right there. Very Kobe, not Lonzo.
Yeah, it's very easy to lose time in this kingdom if you do miss those shots, just because you have to go pick up the seed and just manually toss it in. But I go for the long throws. So nice here, a little throwback right here to the SM64 community.
Here's one of the more movement-intensive moons that you can get. I'm going to be using a lot of buffered spin pounds on different tiles.
Star.
That doesn't sound nearly as funny. Or maybe it sounds funnier. I don't know.
Wait, who's right? The screen says moon, but the crowd says star. I think they're conflicted now.
I don't think there was any confusion.
No one panic. No one panic. We'll get back to normal soon. They just forgot to translate the Japanese subtitles into star. It's fine. Actually, if you play on English, it still says moon.
Tanuki. And from here, that's actually all we're going to be doing here in Mushroom Kingdom. Making our way over to our first warp ping. So kind of the conception of what this route is really built on are these warp paintings. That'll allow us to go back to kind of this string of 10 kingdoms in a row. And it cuts out, I mean, one, we get just a moon for ending up in the secret area, but also we don't have to watch Cappy's animation or the cutscenes of having to fly to a new kingdom, go to the Odyssey, dump all the moons back in, so you save a ton of time to utilizing the warp paintings.
Yeah, this is where things really pick up for me. So if I go very quiet, it's because I'm trying to think of the next, like, small piece of movement that I have to do. But luckily, getting notes is pretty slow because hills are awful in this game. So right here we have Captain Toad. He's just trying to, protect himself from the cold. but I knocked it down, so he's probably gonna freeze.
Sorry, bro.
Go back to treasure
Yo,
cracker,
nice
please.
not missing any of that. It's actually pretty hard to not miss it.
Yeah. All right. So now you can see that moon cube is glowing. So I'm gonna get over there as fast as I can. To roll, excuse me. We just saw that, right? It was like on the left side.
Sometimes Cappy is really bad at this game and just dodges the things you want.
Insert typical. I've never had that happen before. Because I've never had that happen before. But so this is where the first of few aspects of RNG come into play in this run. So I'm actually going to come up to a thing called fishing, and it can take anywhere between 1 and like I've had it take up to 12 tries, which loses a lot of time. But I'm doing very specific camera movements to avoid him swimming away immediately. So I want to come over here, and he should be on the right side. So if I just kind of nudge it right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The joys of fishing.
6. All right, I wasn't having it, so I just kind of despawned him. That's really unlucky. It probably would have been like 4 or 5 more. So this one's probably just going to be first bite. Yep.
All right. So fishing moons.
So yeah, they can either be very fast or very slow. So that's an instance of me losing a lot of time to a single moon. And I can't do anything about it just because it's pure RNG.
Yeah, I heard someone say it in the audience, not to call anyone out. It's, how is this moon fast enough to be in the route, to be in this category?
Right. So the way this route works, there's so I think when I did moon-to-moon splits, it actually only took about 16 to 17 seconds on a 3-bite, which is very fast for the route. However, they can take a while. But on top of that, we get 3 of them, and there is actually an achievement to where you would get 3 fish, and then you would get a 4th from Toadette. So it's actually 4 moons for the price of 3.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about it, but I think this is a decent time to bring it up. So Toadette, you might have seen her there in, actually this is some really cool moon we'll get to watch real quick. Yeah, that's some good utilization of all these different tricks. But so Toadette was actually in Mushroom Kingdom back there, and at the end of the run, we're actually gonna go and talk to her, and she's actually gonna just give us a bunch of moons or stars or whatever we wanna call it. And they're based on basically achievements in this game. Oh, you talked to Captain Toad 5 times? Then cool, I'm gonna give you an extra moon for that. You talked to Captain Toad. Thank you, by the way. We're back in the true happiness.
So the reason I wait until now to put the boxers back on is because I wanted to actually make it look like I tried to route something in to look decent. But also, you do not have to be close to these guys at all. So I can actually just put them on, get my outfit changed, and then just turn around and talk to them. And it actually works out to where I can just do a nice little dive over here and talk to this guy. And he gives me a moon for wearing the boxers. And the name of this moon is I'm Not Cold. Yeah, I hope, yeah, okay. So.
Rolling around in that has got to be awful.
Oh man, it's got to be ice cold. So right here we're talking to Peach. I have to talk to Peach so many times to get an achievement moon at the end of the game. Plus they're very fast.
Yeah, another instance where Toadette will give you a moon for getting 5 moons from Peach, getting 10 moons from Peach, so on and so forth.
Yep. So all of these rooms, sorry Spike, all of these rooms look different since I've beaten the game. There's actually 3 moons in this room now. So it changes up how you would handle it just a little bit. I didn't pull back far enough.
Should be able to still catch this cycle, though.
Yeah, should be fine.
On this Joey Blowy.
So I do a spin throw just because it covers a lot of distance. And this guy's a pretty big target. Okay, this is bad. I have to dive as soon as this cutscene's over. All right, we're good.
Nice.
All right, so now you'll notice, since I'm doing this out of sequence, normally the barrier would slide out of the way so you could actually go do the race. But since I've already completed the race, we actually just don't have to watch that at all.
Yeah.
So it saves a few seconds.
Yeah, again, going back through these rooms that you were supposed to do, but because we did the snow clip, we're doing them now. This is the room that gets affected the most by it right here. Gonna pick up 3 more moons here, one that just spawned, and then the 2 main ones. And so normally after he gets the secret moon back here, he would go up and Rango, the tall idiot that we defeated earlier in Lake Kingdom, he would be there chilling and we'd have to defeat him. But the game is in this weird state where it thinks you've already defeated him somehow, which doesn't really make sense. Also, this idiot sucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't mean to get that spin throw. I just kind of like buffered the input, so I had to adjust. If you take too long, he does just kind of like go under the ice and just bolts away from you. So it was actually faster for me to just kind of like adjust and hit him a few times till I was ready. But yeah, we don't have to fight the boss. It's just here.
Yeah. So you get to save a free 30 seconds or so from having to defeat the boss and watch his death animation and everything. And it also affects this room right here because this is normally a room where you have to get 5 moon shards. Those moon shards are now gone as well because once again, the game thinks you've already done that. Otherwise, how could you be here right now? So that's primarily the reason why it saves so much time. I came up with that strat. That was me.
I know I got it from you. I was watching one day. I was like, oh, I do this slow.
There was a
I
little.
came up with one strat in a 3.5-hour game.
There was a little mini explosion when it was seen for the first time. They're like, oh my god.
Oh my god. Spike's not a total idiot.
So yeah, shout out to Spike for coming up with that strat. Saving me a few seconds.
You're welcome. Urban Yeti himself.
So who wants to see that race again?
Oh, baby.
Too bad.
Those moons are not fast.
It is a very slow moon, so we will not be doing it. However, we have our first instance of hat and seek, and it's called hat and seek because there's a little cappy guy, and he's kind of like in that dude's hat, and they give us quick moons.
So just, in this adorable children's game, we have possession going on, so that's cool.
It's fine. Okay. Sometimes Cappy doesn't want to cooperate and stay out. Ideally, you would do a backflip and just hold him out until it breaks. And with that, we have one more moon to get, and then we're out of here.
Yeah, the nice thing when you hit the moon rocks, there's a couple of just completely free moons that they spawn all over the place, which are fun to get to route in and keep the pace of the run going.
So normally we would take this guy all the way over to that wooden block you see on the right, and we actually just like use his wind gust to blow it all the way over. However, I'm just gonna take him over there myself and avoid doing all of that. Now, there is a strat where you can go on this wall and do some maneuvering. However, I don't have the checkpoint over there to actually do that strat correctly, so it would take me a little bit of time. So this is the best backup.
Yeah, you'll see us utilize that all over the place where we cap throw into the wall just to make Mario snap and cling to the wall a little faster so that he doesn't lose any ground falling.
Yeah, and you're gonna see me skip a majority of the checkpoints when I come out of the paintings, and that's just because I don't need them. They're just slightly out of the way and I'm using it as minor time save. So I broke that rock because there's gonna be a moon there when I break open this rock.
Controlling this idiot is so hard.
It wouldn't be so bad, but I actually have to land up here this time, as opposed to any percent. They like to like bonk on the edge of the wall because they're trying to save every little second they can. But I have to actually make it up on the platform so I can break open the rock and get to Toad.
Cascade, I know for a lot of people, they consider this one of the run killers, actually, for a number of reasons. We got a really hard room coming up here. We got a segment that sometimes can feel like RNG. Definitely, I think, one of the harder segments in the post-game of this run.
Yeah, it's very easy to lose a lot of time in this kingdom. If things don't go your way, you kind of get a little tilted. I mean, what? Speedrunners getting tilted? Never.
So I was going to say he just captured the big chunk there and it seemed kind of pointless, but it's actually one of the Toadette achievements we need at the end of the run to capture a certain amount of enemies or creatures in the game. And we don't capture quite enough throughout the natural course of the routes. We have to route in a few extra captures along the way, and that happens to be one of the fastest.
I think I'm on an okay cycle here.
Yeah, he has to know his cycles right here and how to avoid having to use these swinging platforms as much as he can. And more importantly, avoid having to use these cloud platforms. Nice dodging of everything. Really good room right there.
Yeah, so you can actually, Cappy can actually like hit one of those clouds and just disappear and you'll die because you can't jump on him. So I'm gonna grab this checkpoint. It's right in my path of travel, so it's definitely worth getting.
Another scary moon right here where he's gonna have to deal with these platforms, these cloud platforms he can spawn. Very easy to get, if you throw it a little early, the Cappy will get absorbed by one of the other ones. And I was gonna try to just skip them as much as you can and make it all the way back. Very nice stuff.
Yeah, it's very easy to die on that section. You want to make sure you kind of take your time when you go jump on Cappy, because if you do it too fast, you'll actually lose some height, and you won't make it far enough. So I have to make sure I delay it just a little bit.
We're kind of seeing what's the intended path right here at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, so normally you would get this moon before going up, but in Darker Side, we can actually save it until post-game, because since we hit the rock, those music notes actually spawn in this 2D section, and we can get both of these moons at the same time. And this is probably the worst moon of the run right here.
This moon sucks so much, dude.
So the hitbox on this moon is very finicky. There's only a very small window of opportunity that you can actually use to hit it, and it feels like sometimes you just don't get it. But
first try. Yeah, it's very precise where he has to line up the chain chomp to where it will snap back and hit it. Because normally they want you to hit the other chain chomp into it.
that's just crazy. I don't even see how you would do that casually.
Honestly, I've never done it that way. That's how I did it casually. That's weird.
Uh-oh. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, that moon can be a little scary because falling down there can lose you a lot of time. You would use the checkpoint to warp back up.
I could have stopped to do it fast or do a slow strat, but this is a speed run, so we gotta go fast.
Appreciate that.
So right here, I'm not gonna have Cappy when I'm doing this movement, so I have to make sure I don't rely on him to do any of this. So I do a little vector here so I get a little more distance.
Nice vector.
Dive into it. And for anyone who wants to learn this category, you'll find that just never slowing down your movement from moon to moon is going to be your biggest source of time save. I mean, that goes for any category, but oh, that was a little early. So what I wanted to do there, I wanted to get the moon and capture the dinosaur at the same time, but I was just a little early, so no big deal.
Yeah, it just makes the T-Rex movement here a little bit more awkward. We got a rock down here that's got a moon. He's going to try to land on top of it and then roar and eat the moon effectively.
Yep, if you do not roar or eat it, like bite the moon, you will not pick it up. And that can trip a lot of people up. And
yeah, go ahead, babe.
Yeah, if that happens, you actually have to get out of the dinosaur and you'll lose a lot of time.
In general, moving, the T-Rex feels like a Mack truck, having to move him around.
Oh, it's
so
terrible.
Understanding how to move him correctly is actually pretty wonky.
So capturing that little wire right there is actually just a little faster than doing some movement. Not much, but it's something. So right there, I go into first person, so he starts talking faster. I don't do it too often because you have to be standing completely still in order to go into first person, so it gets kind of awkward in some areas. You might see me dive into a certain spot, but I try to do it when I can. All right, so right here is our first shot moon, or no, second. So he's just like, oh yeah, purple coins, yay. I'm just like, no, yellow coins.
Yeah, it's important to know that purple coins in Darker Side are going to have no effect on the run. Just none of them are fast enough because you have to go through extra animations. You'd have to watch both these guys right here next to me run AUM, all unique moons, to be able to see those utilized. Or 100%.
Let's talk about 100%.
Should we?
No.
No.
All unique moons is a really cool category, though. Tiffany just a few months ago pushed it to a sub 8 times, so that's a lot of moons in this game. 880 of those suckers.
It really shows the difference between like it shows how many slow moves there really are in this game when we get over half the moves in this game and it's still less than half the time.
And 100%, you have to grind coins for a few hours so you can buy all the costumes and everything. So
Yeah, no big deal. So some simple movement out of Cascade, no big deal. So now we're gonna head off to Bowser's. This is one of the easier kingdoms to learn post-game. Just because there's not much going on. And if you're good at menuing, you won't lose a lot of time here. So the movement here is very simple and basic. So
this is one of the first spots we're going to be using a lot of checkpoints to go around. Go ahead.
Yep. So what I'm doing here, since I know which checkpoints to warp to, I'm warping to the one, I think, right after the bosses that you saw me triple jump off the fence. So before I go get moons, we are very close to this. That'll come into play later. That's actually in Sand Kingdom, for those who don't know. So if you see a red moon pop up when I'm in sand, that's where it came from.
Yeah, it is important to know, because a surprising amount of people ask me the question, oh, do you actually have to look at the hint art? Yes, he does know where the moons are. He doesn't need to take a picture of it. You do need to look at that for it to actually spawn the moon in. Oh, I've never seen that going all the way out far over there. That's nice.
It saves a little bit of time. I think I saw Timpani do it.
Yo, nice job.
I was like, oh, that's neat. So right there, since I didn't grab those checkpoints, I can actually just flick my control stick to upright and select this checkpoint right away.
Cool Skippy's going to go for right here, off this buffered spin pound, try to get past these torches, then go into some vectoring triple jump to completely skip the left side altogether. Good movement right there.
Yeah, this just avoids taking some slingshots around the entire place. I'm going to do a dive and a spin throw so I can knock down the sign. And I like to do a spin throw here just because, you can throw Cappy out like normal, but he does not like to home into that sign. So here's another bunny strat coming up. I'm going to do a spin throw and just roll into it.
That was a beautiful bunny strat right there.
Yeah, these get out of hand very fast if you don't get them fast.
Oh my God, you will lose 20 minutes.
Oh,
you killed the bonus bunny. You couldn't let him live without his brother.
I mean, I gotta make... Nah, he knows. Yeah, hashtag kill the animals, please. Thanks.
Yo, can we get an update, Punchy, on where's Save Kill the Animals sitting at?
I can. Save the Animals is currently winning by about $13,000.
What? No. Yeah, boo. There's still time left in the marathon to fix that.
Also, there's still time left. Let's get an update also on where that dark side incentive, the boss rush, is looking at.
We are at about $60,000 of the way there out of 200,000.
Right.
So a little over a quarter.
Okay. So for those who are not familiar with what that is, that's a zero gravity refight of all those bunnies that we saw. There's a little twist I say for you guys. I will be doing that invisible.
Ooh.
So I have been practicing, so I can do it when I cannot see Mario. So if you would like to see me just completely school them at their own game. Okay, almost died. That would have been bad. I can do it. I will be doing it invisible.
Normally this room right here, they want you to use those Gizos to go around and put them on a bunch of different switches, but Mario's an athlete, so he can jump up there and we can kind of do some precise jumps to just skip over all that stuff.
Yeah, this actually wasn't in the route for a long time because we didn't really think that that jump was possible, but it's actually really easy to do. So right here, I'm just mashing my buttons so that I can follow the coins up the wire. So let's see if I get good spiny RNG.
This moon has always been a mystery to me how to do well. Looks pretty good though. That was good.
So I'm gonna do a little camera turn right here. I'm gonna do a blind long jump around this wall. And the reason I turn my camera this way, it actually makes this guy spawn in a few seconds faster. So I don't have to wait as long for him to come in. Because you're not supposed to do this. But yeah, if I would have threw Cappy too early, I would have died. So
I want some good note movement right here. Oh, it's looking good. The little poke at the end, very nice.
Just for you, Spike, just for you.
Thanks, buddy. I know you were gonna take it real casual if I didn't ask for it. This is actually normally in the older routes when we would get these 2 other Jizo moons on the side. But we do them earlier, which will cut out a load screen later on.
So since I pretty much knew I was going to be doing the boxer incentive, I had to like think about when I was going to have enough coins to buy certain things, and I still need to buy a few shop moons just because they are very fast. So I decided to keep this one in the route because I can actually warp out of here to my next objective, and it does save a little bit of time compared to anything else I could have done.
Plus, he says OTEP.
Yeah, he says OTEP. I don't know how they got here. Like, they know they can go home, right? Like, Bowser's not here anymore.
You brought peace to the kingdom. Normally, this guy, he drops down, he poops out all these little Goombas, and we can stack them up and then decapture them and jump on top of them. Or you can just jump, as you do in Mario games.
Now, you may think that note over there is fast enough. It is not. There are a lot of notes I have to collect in order to get that moon to spawn.
Yeah, it's like 3 rounds worth of notes, so
Yeah, very
definitely
slow.
too long.
Very slow.
Again, the cutoff for moons, I want to say, was around like 22-ish seconds is kind of where it's currently at. Original route is about 30, and it's just getting faster and faster all the time. Big shouts to the Super Mario Odyssey community just routing the heck out of this category.
I got the back left, I think.
Was it not the front one?
Nah, it was definitely, I think it was back left. So depending on which seed pot it lands in kind of influences how you're going to handle this next section. I think, yeah, we're good.
And then he should get Cappy back soon enough. It's also important, it's a little minor thing we haven't pointed out, because we had talked about how, if you can only do a cat bounce off Cappy 1 time. Every time you get a new moon, it actually refunds that, so you can do really fun cat bounce chains like that. Shouts to Jolly Roger Bay and Super Mario 64.
That one's for you guys.
Woo!
Now we're going to be using that lighthouse checkpoint that I went out of my way to get earlier. And that's just because warping and doing a chunk of the objectives. Oh, this is actually really bad. It's kind of important that you don't mess up this movement because there is a bird that is flying around, and I kind of need that. So we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, we might have to do some trouble. We'll see how quickly we can do this, because these birds are moving around on cycles as soon as you come out of a load zone or from that checkpoint. So he grabs that moon. He's going to shoot straight up in the air and then try to find this bird.
There he is.
All right, nice. He still moved fast enough.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah. A lot of fun knowledge-based routing there, knowing that the bird's going to be right in this exact position. We're going to be doing that sort of stuff all over the rest of these revisits.
All right, so I actually have to take that Gushin, little octopus thing, far away enough from the shopkeeper, because if I don't, he actually gets scared and like goes in his shell, and you can't buy anything from him for like 15 seconds.
I was going to say, pretty sure there was like a minute right there from him being scared.
Feels like a minute. You also can't like bonk on him, because that also has the same effect.
So here we're going to be utilizing the cheap all over the place, just giving you much better swimming controls. You're seeing him do this little like roll of the thumb. I guess I don't know physically what you do, but across like spinning down and spinning up, giving you this spin effect across it. Across flat ground, it doesn't really speed you up, but when you're trying to like make angles up and down, it's the fastest way to cut out those slow diagonals.
Yeah, as you can see right there, I'm kind of like wiggling up. That's so I'm just spinning so I can take sharp corners.
Also, that shake is just really good as a replacement for ground pounds. If you weren't the cheap, you would have to ground pound each of those mounds. Instead, he just attacks them and it gives you the effect you need. So we use that all over the place. It's actually probably a good place we can fit in a few donations. Mostly just swimming around with the cheap right now.
Very easy movement.
Absolutely. We have $1,000 from Splat. They say, loving the Odyssey run so far and hoping to see the dark side. Also wanted to say the Luncheon Kingdom is perfect.
Boo.
So yeah, please get those in for the dark side boss rush. We're on a good pace right now. We have a $10,000 donation from the Yeti. Hey all, Yeti here. Sorry to keep interrupting this moon quest, but y'all keep buying more shirts, so we're gonna keep donating. If you forget to pick up shirts during the last runs tonight, don't worry. Our AGDQ collection will be live until midnight CST tomorrow. Moon!
Moon.
And we have $10 from Shoot Posting, who says, Chad is telling me to donate for the boss rush. Chad is telling you to donate for the boss rush, and so am I. Donate for the boss rush.
Agreed.
$100 from Jino, who says, loving this run so far. As much as I'd love to kill the animals, I want to see the bosses more. Good take. And we have $100 from Trihex.
Hey, our boy
Hey,
Troy.
there he is.
Heyo. Trihex here. Just want to say the Mario Odyssey community is like family to me. I'm so happy to see all my boys Spike, Timpani, Kerbis, Dangers, and of course, Bayleef, all together celebrating the best category, Darker Side. Crazy to see Darker Side go from 5 hours in 2017 and to losing over 90 minutes since. Flex how you gather 2.5 moons per minute. Love y'all. Try hard out.
Yeah, shout out to everybody also here on the back catch. So we got a lot of great Super Mario Odyssey speedrunners back there. I know Kerbis and Dangers among them.
All right, so right here, I'm actually gonna stay low. The reason I do this, there's actually a bunny above me, and if I go too high, it'll buffer his running away animation, just because I got close enough. He actually will just kind of mess up my movement later on, so I think I know some people in the community were kind of like wondering why that happened, so I kind of like did some lab work this week, and it's just because you swim up too high, so it causes them to kind of run away.
Specific movement he's doing right here where he's keeping the camera in this top-down position to try to keep this eel from spawning. And now with it coming out like that, it didn't bite him. Now he's gonna try to slip his way out of here, waiting just a little bit of time. It should save him a little bit of time here on this next moon. Otherwise, the normal strategy is you just barrel in there, take damage, and then you have to waste over 2 seconds watching the health refill.
So with that camera shot, you can actually go in and out before he even spawns, but I bonked on the very corner of it, so it kind of like threw me off, and he spawned anyway. So, but I tried to go for it.
Yeah, it's tough. It's pretty precise to actually save the time there because you want to spawn him at the correct time to where you barely get past him, and then he's moving back in so you can move right back out. So here's the bunny we were talking about earlier.
So as you can see, he's just sitting right there. He didn't move. That's because I kind of like made sure I was low in the water.
Dive bomb. Boop.
What's up, dude?
Yeah, sure.
And then it wouldn't be a Kingdom Revisit if we didn't visit Princess Peach.
Both of us wearing our great swim attire.
I don't know why I have a hat on. But
Well, Cappy wants to go for a swim too, dude.
I mean, he can fly. Just saying.
Does that have much to do with swimming?
I mean, he doesn't need me. All right, so we're off to my favorite segment of the run, Wooded Kingdom.
Yeah, this revisit's really fun. It can also suck a lot, so we'll see how well he does.
Yeah, no pressure. It's very easy to make huge amounts of time lost in this kingdom. But when executed well, it looks very sweet.
So you guys might remember how we talked about, oh, we're bringing peace to all these kingdoms, except for one. This was the one. And because we got that, because we went through that secret exit right there to warp over here, that cut out a lot of excess movement from the Odyssey up to this spot. Because now we're at kind of the top of the kingdom where we're going to fight the final boss of the kingdom, Torque Drift, I believe.
Yep. So I got that 4-for-4 aim right there. So,
That was pretty good.
Esports ready? Or, yeah. I've been practicing. So it actually, so if you go, I think it was down, right, left, up, on those little steel beams, you don't have a high likelihood of being blocked by the cannonballs coming down. So that's just like the order I like to do it in, but it doesn't matter how you do it. So this is basically an auto-scroller, so you can just read donations for this whole fight.
Absolutely. We have $505 from Ellipsis. And they say, Ellipsis here. This is my 7th time attending a GDQ in person, and as always, this event has been amazing. Unfortunately, the work we're doing here to raise money for the PCF has never felt so personal. Right now, my father has a few days left to live due to lung cancer. He's probably the reason I love video games enough to come here and meet so many friends. When I was 4, he seemed like a god in decathlon for the Atari 2600. When I was 10, he played hundreds of hours of RBI Baseball 93 with me, even though he lost pretty much every time. This is the last GDQ that my dad will be around for, but he will always be remembered and loved. Thank you very much, Ellipsis.
All right, so really quick, you guys might have seen me jumping around on that little platform right there on the ground. And that's so when I land, I don't lose any speed. Normally, you kind of get stuck in the ground as this guy, but if you can keep walking around if you kind of have a speed sword. We don't know why it works. We just know it works. No, back to you, Punchy.
Okay. We have $50 from Protein, who says, I got disappointed when I heard you say you were only a quarter of the way to the boss rush incentive. Not anymore. But then realized I hadn't contributed toward it yet, so here you go. Let's go, people. I agree. I agree very much. And we have $300 from Wolfman, who says, Evening all, Wolfman, aka Dance Dad here. I've enjoyed my time at AGDQ 2019. Hopefully the intermission dances my friends and I have done have put smiles on your faces during the event. Now it is my turn to give. Remember, folks, be kind to your fellow folks, donate to charity when you can, stay grooving, and keep on bringing the hype. Give it up for Dance Man, everyone.
Oi.
Thank you very much, Wolfman. I see you out there.
All right, so very easy boss fight. Not much can go wrong there. The big thing is not take damage. Each time you take damage, you lose about 20 frames, so it's some time. So now we're actually in the start of Wooded Kingdom again. Now we're gonna go through town and get those moons.
Start off with some fun movement right here. Pick up this rock. Sorry, bunny. Ow. Whoops. And now we're gonna throw that rock, pick up the other rock, and bust a moon out of it. Very nice.
Moon. Or, wait, what? Hold up.
And I believe that's our final shot moon that we'll be collecting in the run.
Yes, it should be.
Yeah, again, the route's a little bit different here because he adjusted it for, the box to short stuff.
All right, so I hit this moon rock. So normally I would warp, but the reason I selected Wooded Kingdom first is coming back full circle. We are just gonna go in this tree, save a little bit of time, and then here it is. So this one little painting is the reason we pick Wooded Kingdom first.
Yeah, because it actually changes the entire order that which kingdoms which lead you to which other kingdoms from the paintings. So that puts it in it where Wooded will now be slotted before Sand. And so we'll just pick that sand moon up later on, as opposed to coming here afterwards. Gonna have to show off his tank skills a little bit more. Taking care of a couple moons at once. Should be on top of it.
Let's see what, oh, ooh, that's an angry face. I love trying to get Mario into a different pose every time I break open that chest.
And we got a big old skip coming up right here. This one's very, very sexy and very easy to die on.
This is one of my favorite tricks in the entire run, so I hope I don't mess it up.
Yeah, gonna try to get a jump right at the top over the gate right here. Oh, actually not going for it over the gate.
No, I vector.
The hard vector well over to Captain Toad. Got it, easy. Really showing the power of vectoring right there. Good stuff, Bayleef.
Yeah, it just gives you so much speed. And on top of the rocket flower, it just carries you all the way over there. Normally, you would want to capture glide on and just fly over, but it's much faster to get that rocket.
Not to mention, it actually gives you access to that upper
Yeah.
area.
Yeah, normally the game wants you to go pick up a seed, walk up these slow platforms, and then plant it. Yeah, it's a very slow process. Now this one conveniently brings us right back up. Keeping with the theme, we're just going to, normally there's these whole little sub areas you have to run around to get to these moons. We're just gonna drop on them.
I actually don't know how you get that casually.
There's a little area right there. I don't know, I did that too. Anyways, so moving on, now we're going to catfish this poor girl over here. She thinks we're gonna be an 8 stack of Goombas. Instead, we're just gonna make a 7 stack.
Yeah.
And walk up this hill.
Yeah, if you stand like right there, she kind of notices you. So yeah, they say Bowser's the bad guy. That's like me. Surprise!
Poor Carmen Sandiego. Nice little curved movement down here to get this nut. Nut round the corner. And then for this moon right here, you have to want to get basically right underneath it so that you can do those quick, like just kind of melting the 3 hits on top of it at once.
It is possible to get a triple, but I messed it up. All right, if you grab this moon from the bottom, your camera automatically turns. So it's kind of helpful when you line this up.
Super fun room. You guys have probably seen a lot of any % runs right here. The Fuzzies pipe. We're gonna try to beat this cycle. The Fuzzies are moving constantly along with the water racing up and down. So we'll see if he has really good movement. He cannot have to utilize the water to get up to get the second moon. Good movement so far. Oh, gorgeous.
Normally, I messed that up in practice. I'm glad I got it today.
It's an easy one to drop.
Yeah, the way I do it, if you hold back on the controller too soon, you kind of like just bonk off the ceiling. So it kind of, I don't know, it gets finicky. So right now I'm talking to Peach. Oh yeah, should probably know, this is like one of the areas where it doesn't really matter how fast I go, just because I'm actually on a bird cycle. So as long as I don't make any huge mistakes, I'm not really gonna lose any time to anything. The main thing I'm worried about is just going fast enough to make the cycle.
Yeah, he's gonna have to collect about 7 or 8 moons right here.
Oh, I almost missed that.
I was a little worried right there. And he wants that to reset this up and also have the camera on top of this uproot right here so it's already spawning in. Again, this bird is moving from the time he warped up and started talking to Peach. So he needs to have really solid movement all the way throughout to get done with all the objectives he wants and then catch it, including all this slow uproot movement where we're trying to get all these moon shards and everything in this maze.
Yeah, the reason we have to wait on the bird is there's a Toadette achievement. So it kind of works out that we can kind of do so much and then end up where the bird is. Kind of makes all of these slower moons worth it.
So we're done with the maze.
And we're just gonna check, see where he is. He's way back there.
Yeah, so Bayleef's movement has been really, really good, so.
I might be able to try early cycle. It's really risky. I don't think I've gotten it in a run yet. It saves about 4 seconds, but I don't think I'll go for it. The timing is weird because you kind of bounce off a Cappy. Normally, I would get this moon, then I would just immediately jump over there since he's way out there, but I'm just gonna play it safe.
Yeah, unfortunately, this little gap right here, if he misses that, he's gonna fall in the deep woods, and again, you cannot warp out of the deep woods. All right, so here's a mini boss fight. Nice fight.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I almost died. He almost got me.
He had a shot. I was rooting for him.
Or it's because I'm rolling around, isn't it?
There's a couple different routes we've toyed around with this room. Some people would prefer to take the bullet bills right here. Instead, with really good vectoring and just P-speed movement in general, you can avoid having to grab it and save a little bit of time. We do need the big boy down here, though.
Oh, boy. Banzai.
Can we get the clip?
No, I didn't get it. That one's definitely hit or miss. If you line it up perfectly, you can actually, he'll explode and you'll grab the moon at the same time, and you'll kind of clip through the ceiling. And for those who don't know why I said bonsai, that is called a bonsai bill. No bonsais in the crowd? There we go.
It was too many syllables.
Ah, yeah, she's saying moon. Oh, no. Oh.
Oh, the dance. The recovery.
So I have to wait for Cappy anyway, so that's not a big deal. But it is going to cost me a little bit of time.
And right here, he's going to take a fun route through this timer challenge. Normally, they want you to go on the other side. But instead, he's going to do a ground pound, which will allow him to do a down throw. And then he can just utilize the left side instead. And with that, nice wooded two.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. A little sloppy at the end, but overall that was really good. So this Sand Kingdom number 2, lovely revisit. This is notorious for eating up a lot of time if you do mess up some strats. I think my current PB loses about 23 seconds here, just because there's so much you have to manage, and there's so much that can go wrong.
Second try. It's
Yeah.
about 8 better than I would have done. It's like 1 pixel you have to ground pound there. I'm angry.
Yeah, some spots are very generous and some are not generous at all. That is a not so generous spot. So here's another bunny strat. This one's fairly simple. I just want to roll into him, slightly to the right. Whoops. So I'm doing a little less shopping this time. You may notice that I have a lot of coins, but shop moons aren't that exciting, so I decided to give you something a little more exciting.
So these are, I don't even remember what their names are. Doesn't matter. Moais, yeah. Gonna catch this and then shake like a madman and warp his way back up. So there's trick number 1. Normally they want you to use the Moai because you can put on his glasses and he can see all these platforms. There are not many platforms here, and he's gonna try to do this blind. Woo! To note, that is not actually a part of the darker side route. Bayleef is just a try-hard and just wanting to do that for you guys.
It's true. It's about 5 seconds too slow for the route, just because of the 2 loading zones and coming out. But I knew you guys would like it, so I did it for you. You're welcome. And I know I've been neglecting Twitch chat lately, so can I get some Pog champs in the Twitch chat?
Pog.
Champ.
Pog champ.
Also, it's important, so he triggered that dog earlier to go actually dig up a moon form, and he wants to make sure he kind of keeps the dog on camera so that it keeps doing other. So you see it's a little bit awkward, but he wants to do that so that once he goes over there, the dog's already on the correct spot.
Yeah, if you take the camera off the dog, he kind of stops moving for some reason. So he should be digging when I get there, if it all went according to plan. And just in time.
Very nice.
Can we get some Franker Z's for the good pupper?
Franker Z. Oh my dog.
Oh my dog.
Wowie.
Wowie. So I bonk there intentionally so I can turn to the right faster. Normally I would be sliding due to my momentum, but it's quicker just to kind of take a quick bonk.
Yeah, in that crawl space, you don't have like a big like fall down animation. Just bonk so you can easily turn. So we're on another global cycle right here from entering out of that load zone. We're gonna pick up this moon, and then it's mainly affecting yet another bird cycle where he's going all the way around the Jaxi ruins and these poisonous wastelands.
I'm also managing a platform cycle to my right. That's why I had to keep my camera turned a certain way. This would be a little... That was a little risky. My backup there is to use the stairs to gain momentum as the Goomba, but I had just barely made it. Using the stairs is the optimal strat, but that is very risky. So we're gonna get this guy. There is a method where you can kind of lead this guy over here. I don't like doing it though, because it's a little risky. But yeah, it's very important that I don't mess up any of this, because the correct bird cycle that I want in that swamp will actually save me about 6 seconds over a different strat I usually have to use. But since I had good Goomba movement, I should be on the best cycle to have right now. So here's a moon you guys probably struggled with casually. And the one way out here. If you just let go of the Y button and just use motion controls, you actually slowly gain speed the whole time. So it's actually really easy to get.
And for a while, we thought this moon wasn't fast enough to be in the route because it's over here by itself. But as it turns out, you can actually just stand on this archway right here and give us an alternative method to get up on top of Jaxie Ruins.
Yeah, so in my PB, I actually, the game actually throws my hat in a wrong direction and almost kills me, just because of how the camera works there. And it looks like my movement was not good enough, so I'm gonna have to get this bird right there.
Okay, backed up right there.
Yeah. So ideally, I wouldn't jump off of Jaxie at all while I hit that bird, because he would be low enough in the swamp, but I was just slightly too slow.
So we're obviously cheating right here to go over to this moon, but the game likes to cheat back and give you the worst camera in 3D gaming history.
Yeah, you have no control over this camera while all of this happens.
You can see how it kind of cranks away from it right there. So you kind of just line it up and then drop it in neutral and let it go. You can control a cactus in this game.
All right, so if I put
cool.
Jaxie in the right spot, I should just be able to dive onto him. Nope. Right off his head. Sorry.
This poor dude's getting rode around by a boxer shorts.
Hey, we paid him. All right, we paid him good money.
Also, those washers on his back.
Maybe. All right, so here's fishing number 2. So hopefully this one doesn't go as bad as the first one.
That first one was god awful.
Yeah, bless RNG, please. So I want to keep my camera a little angled, a little high right here. If it's not, the fish kind of won't notice me for some reason. I figured it out this week, but I don't know why he doesn't notice me. And he's swimming away. Nice. Thanks, buddy. Oh my God. Full 180 on me. 1. All right, that's good.
Okay.
Him swimming in a circle wasn't good, but I'll take 2 bites. That's not too bad.
Have some nice motion controls right here to try to get some of these notes.
Yeah, I don't fully understand how to get the spin throw off the top. So I just kind of...
It'd be a little wonky.
Yeah, trying to just try to manage 2 with 1 hat throw, but I missed it just a little bit.
Sand Kingdom in general is such a massive kingdom. There's 89 moons here, the biggest outside of Mushroom Kingdom, which gets kind of inflated by all the Toadette moons. So we end up getting a ton of moons here.
Here's a nice little strat. Normally I would just long jump over there to get that moon, but since I know where I am, I can kind of just
that's cool.
do a roll to get max speed.
Have some fun movement ascending these stairs to get up to the next moon that we just spawned.
So it's important that you don't miss the moon. But there's actually a bullet bill cycle on the inside of this pyramid. And if I turn my camera up at the right time, it looks like I'm on the right cycle. We'll find out. I actually want to get these bullet bills lined up with the platforms that are in here as well. And I'm definitely on the right cycle. And this is just oh, that's not good. We'll save a little bit of time by doing a cool little trick right here.
Oh, nice.
So it's just a nice little shortcut that we take advantage of. And then you know what time it is. Princess Peach. Moon? both.
Do you have a favorite Peach costume in this, Bayleef?
I like the one in Snow Kingdom.
Oh, in the leggings?
I'm a
Ooh.
huge fan of pea coats. They're very comfy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we just got some simple Jaxi movement here, so you can probably get one donation in.
Cool, can do. We have $400 from the French Restream. And they say, hello guys, the French Restream here. We're doing a modest donation from our Twitch revenue. Once again, congratulations on this great event. Love from the French Restream. Thank you very much. Shout out to the foreign language Restreams.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm gonna take Jaxi down here and
This has to hurt.
yeah, boom. Well, he takes it like a champ. We're still booking it. All right, so there's a nice little moon here, and that moon is blue because that is the one we found in Wooded Kingdom. Just dive right back on Jaxi. Now, you want to make sure you go from the right for this moon because it is very easy to knock that cactus off the ledge, and you will not get the moon. You actually have to reload the area by going to a checkpoint, otherwise it won't come back. So casually, I think everyone loved doing this room.
This was the worst room in the game.
But you know, we're speedrunners. We're just gonna go up top. It's fine.
All that crap down there, we're not going to do that. Normally, once you get a bullet bill, go through this whole maze.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that. Now, take a little cameo. Oh, pile of coins. Sneaky, sneaky Nintendo. They knew all along what they were doing. All right, so that was another sub area done faster than intended, casually. So right here is, this was up for debate for a while. I like doing it this way. You can actually just hold Cappy out and then capture him while you're sort of inside these blocks. And since the game just kind of like spawns them in, you can kind of just jump straight up. But I like going through it and then just diving onto Cappy. That's actually a little faster than waiting for him to come back to you. That was, I think we waited for a very long time before that actually changed. So, just so we're aware, we need to kill the animals. Thanks.
What happened?
Not sure.
Oh, dope.
All right, so here's another segment of invisible platforms where we're supposed to use Moai, but I have the room memorized, so I don't need to use them to see where I'm going.
Yeah, just kind of have the whole layout memorized.
Yeah, or we can just use Cappy to kind of just go over the entire room. Same thing.
Give yourself as much airtime as you can. One final section here in Sand 2. We're going to be utilizing Glide-On again. We kind of glossed over it because there was a much harder variation on this trick he was doing. But Glide-On, if you actually shake the controller a lot, shaking is the go fast button in this game, by the way, as much as that sucks. You can actually try to lose no height here. Nice, didn't drop underneath it. Normally you got to go all across those platforms. And then we're going to continue to use Glide-On to go all the way over to these platforms.
Yeah, I think I can probably fall right here, maybe. We'll just play it safe. Oh, okay, we're good. A little too far. So what I was trying to do, I was trying to roll onto that spot and buffer a spin pound.
Yeah, spin pounds are really powerful in this game. They only save a couple of frames each time you do it, but over the course of, you know, a 3.5-hour run, you can save a ton of time to it.
It definitely adds up a lot. But if you're just learning the category, you can definitely take your time to get more comfortable with it.
It's definitely less important when you're just trying to go straight, as opposed to if you're trying to change directions on a dime.
Yeah, so right here I die on purpose.
You suck.
Wow.
You didn't even try to not die there.
Was I picked this couch?
I think you did, actually.
Oh my God.
Do I need to go?
I should probably stay hydrated and drink more
Who's
water.
the guy yelling orb right now? Get up here. Well, okay, I guess that's everyone.
Way to go, Spike. Way
Everyone
to go.
pile up on the couch.
Yep. Hope you got enough room back there.
Woo, that would suck.
All right, so that was actually a very good sand.
Yeah, that was really good sand.
Aside from the fish swimming in one like loop, that was very good. So now we're back in Metro Kingdom. You'll see we're off in this little island. If you're a Mario trick jumper, you can probably figure out a way to get over here. Or not, because it's not possible.
This is one of my favorite revisits of Kingdoms. I love this stretch of Kingdoms. But it's also very, very difficult. Easy to lose a ton of time here. Again, back in New Bonk City.
Yep. It's still, when you come back the second time, it's still very easy to lose a lot of time in this kingdom. So here I'm going to do a dive and do a spin throw. And that's just to kind of get a little extra range. Now, this is arguably one of the slowest moons currently in the route. However,
look at how long it takes to get here.
It's like, all right, I'm gonna go get coffee break. You guys, it'll be a while. It's fine.
I think my original route of this, I had like 4 of these suckers in here. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. We only have 1 left. And it's good because that does give us one of our 35 needed captures to get that Toadette Achievement Moon.
Yeah, it kind of just works out that way. It's a little long, but we do get a capture out of it, so it's not all bad. And right here, if your camera angle isn't right, you can't talk to this guy, so it took me about a second to be able to talk to him. But camera angles are very finicky in this game.
All right.
All right, so I'm no professional, but I'll give it a shot.
Yo,
Very
first
nice.
try.
You actually have to turn your controller upside down for that.
And now it needs to, the ever-important don't die method here.
Yeah, so I'm doing triple jumps to save my speed throughout this entire thing. And I want to make it back almost the entire way before Cappy comes back to me. So that's pretty good. So these lovely platforms spawn. It's pretty easy to use them, but I don't feel like it. So maybe I should have.
Nintendo Power says to use them.
We're fine.
Still fast
We're
enough.
fine. I don't need the platforms.
Nice to get rid of all those crates. It's going to make it a lot easier to get out of this area.
Yeah, you don't need to get all of them, but now I don't have to worry about bonking into them. So it makes it very easy just to go right into... So who thinks I'm going to get it first try? You guys have a lot of faith.
And yeah!
Oh, wow. I was sweating.
They will move very quickly to the second prize you can win from it. So you do need to know the timing. It's not a terribly tight window, but
It's very easy to learn.
Can you use the taxi right here? Thank you.
So this movement's a little awkward, just because there's not really any good way to go about this.
See right here, set up Cappy, and then do a homing attack, putting it on camera, lock onto it, and then he's going to try to hard flick his way over to this platform. Nice in the lag right there, being able to get up here and catch the bunny immediately. Good stuff.
One of these.
Yeah,
very funny
Metro
movements.
Kingdom is notorious for being very laggy because of how much it tries to load. So I don't need that checkpoint, but I like to get it for fun. Wait, fun in a speedrun?
What a loser.
So I do a little camera turn, so you kind of see the back end of Metro. And that's so I don't see the rest of Metro Kingdom, which would lag me.
Good timing. And so after this moon, he's going to be going down into another sub area, this crowded hallway. Hello? Did we just kill like 400 mosquitoes at once? We're going to try to get all 3 of the moons in here at once. We got one of these little suckers, one of the more well-hidden moons.
Yep. This is a little weird.
You got this, I believe.
Yeah, I'll just do a spin pound. It's fine.
Same. All right, let's see if we can get past all these guys. All right, nice. Still got the timing. And now he's just got to have good movement to get up to the next one. Gonna try to skip out on this middle one completely. Very nice.
There's a little faster.
Okay, I got it. I'm in there now. All right.
There's a little faster strat you can do for that, but I like to play it safe. All right, so this is where chat needs to spam Franker Z. He needs to be a good boy, because we're about to use the dog again. But I might give him a little love tap on the nose.
Yeah, this is to trigger him right away. We're going to go ahead and grab this moon while we're waiting. He will always go to this spot first. Yes, he will always have to go to this spot first, and then we'll want to immediately lead him over to the correct spot, and then grab this bird. This bird can be a real jerk. Very nice. And now hopefully the dog will be digging up right as we get over here.
Oh, bad dog.
Oh, bad dog.
Bad dog.
Who's a bad dog? It's okay, you're adorable.
Well, no treats for you.
Sure.
Yeah, they
But not that dog. That dog's adorable.
That dog's fine. That dog's. He has a little hat on.
This is a super cool sub area right here. Very fun climbing section, knowing how to move around here. Right off the bat, getting that cat throw to give himself the momentum. Into the triple jump, the dive into here. Supposed to use these guys. That sounds lame.
Yeah, I got time for that. It's fine. Yeah, so I really like doing these subrooms fast. It's one of the main reasons why I like doing this category so much, is that it does include a lot of sub areas, and there are really fun fast strats to use.
And a lot of other really cool ones that are usually just a part of all moons as well. Very fun setup right there where you can go into those backflips to do those immediate dives into them. Good recovery, though.
Yeah, it happens.
What?
You know, yo, get that guy a mic.
Woo, I'm a little heated over here.
All right, so I'm gonna try to drop this scooter onto the pad. I was a little too far. Just kidding.
Oh, it is so
Just
close,
kidding. That's basically on it.
Yeah, so dropping that right there, this guy's like, yo, nice free parking. In fact, I'll pay you for putting it here. Have you ever had it directly land on it?
Once.
Okay.
In like 9 months. All the other
I
times.
love using the scooter here, dude.
Yeah, it makes getting the toad very easy. And I just do like a little cat bounce for safety.
All right, so we got a oh, actually, real quick. There we go. We're just leaning into it now. It's Saturday night. So we've got a very risky moon grab we got to get right here. We got this bird coming up. He's going to try to do some movement down to this moon that's just sitting up above everything, and then try to land on top of this lamp post. If he loses this, he loses a bunch of time. Very nice.
Yeah, unfortunately, what I wanted to do was land on the light post, but I didn't land too far ahead of the moon. So this is another room I really don't like, just because of how the controls are with your camera. Those early, I guess, pillars right there in the very beginning, they can be very bad and not let you on them at all.
So the strat here, instead of having to wait on these, is actually just get up on top of the level. Very nice stuff. And with that, that's going to do it for Metro 2. There you go.
Yeah, that wasn't too terrible. Just, I think the only notable mistake there was the bird. So that's another one down. So we're not gonna turn him in just yet. We're gonna use another painting.
Yeah, that's the ultimate place to get you baited and just dump your moons in. We don't want to do that early.
I've done it by accident a couple times.
How many seconds is that?
Many.
3 years.
1,000.
You actually lose so much time that they finally release another good Paper Mario game.
Is that even a hot take?
I mean, it's been a while.
Yo, fishing.
Yo, I love fishing.
Let's see how bad this fishing is after that hot take.
Yo,
First try.
3 billion IQ, let's go.
That confirms the tape.
Yeah, right. We need like the 2,000-year door now, right? I don't know. They don't pay me to make video game titles. They just pay me to make bad jokes.
You get paid for this?
Oh, all right. I probably wasn't supposed to say anything. Sorry, Spike.
Nice sponsorship, dude. Nice spin throws right there to get to, sorry. Yeah, nice spin throws right there to get to catch all those very early.
So before I do anything else, I'm going to activate the Moonrock, and then, Lake is a very condensed kingdom, so these moons are very fast and very close to one another.
Another one of my favorite kingdoms to get to do in the run, particularly two awesome sub-areas we get to do. Always a joy to watch and to get to do. So, you know, I'm building up a lot of pressure, so hopefully you don't screw them up.
Wait, what?
Wait, what? See if we can dunk right on this bird. Good stuff. And landing on top of the pillar, allowing him for an easy cap jump transition.
So you might have been thinking, well, since you're right there, wouldn't that have been a good time to kind of grab that kind of hint art painting right there? And it actually, it would never work out in the route just because of how the paintings are ordered. We go back to Cascade far too early for that to ever be a useful option. Now this is one of my favorite sub areas. I will be going for the hardest cycle, so I need.
Good luck,
I need
dude.
to
I'll give you
focus.
serious time. We're not out of the woods
We're
yet.
not done yet. All right, now we're good.
That was gross, dude.
So yeah,
Bounce off the frog. Bounce off the frog. Whoop. See, wasn't that cool?
gotta get a coin. Don't cap him, please. Don't capture him. Okay, we're good.
That is such a good sign. That's one of two really, really good sub
Yeah,
areas.
if you can get it down like that on the first cycle, it's very satisfying. But you barely make it. It's so risky to go for that. Because if you die in that room, you're all the way at the beginning. And any death in this run is about 16 to 20 seconds, depending on how far you're in. I think my PB currently only has 1 death in it. So it's tough. All right, so I'm gonna use a nice little spin pound right here. Since I don't have Cappy, I need to make sure I get a triple jump, so I dive into the top of this area, kind of just float in.
Yeah, it's easy to gloss over all these small pieces of movement everywhere, but that's what this category is. Your time is gonna be based on the movement to and from each moon, and optimizing those, even if it sometimes seems a little trivial, you can easily lose seconds to the top runners like Bayleef and Timpani here.
So right there, I waited a little bit because I knew if I tried, Cappy was not gonna help me out on capturing this guy. So I know, myself included, probably just ground pound all the way down here, but it is faster to use the fish.
As it turns out. Please do not try it at home to get down here without the fish. You'll make it, but barely.
You won't be happy about it. All right, so we save Captain Toad for the second visit, because normally by himself he's very slow, but since we activated the Moonrock, that extra moon is down here, so we get both of them and then just leave.
Yeah, it's obviously the basis of a lot more routing in this category in general, that you want to try to hit areas with a concentrated amount of moons, that you're not going to an area just for 1 moon, it's for 2, 3 moons at a time. Even when 1 moon might seem a little slow, you're getting a bunch on this nice row and string of moons.
All right, and for this moon, it doesn't matter where you enter the, I guess, goldfish bowl or pond, but I just like to go right there so I can do a triple jump.
This is actually probably a good place to get in one quick donation before we get to the next really sexy sub area coming up.
Super, can do. We have $200 from Anonymous, who says, need more donations for the boss rush. And the boss rush incentive has raised a whopping $81,000 so far. You're doing a great job out there, but there's still a ways to go.
And we're about 240 in, so you guys got about, I'd say we're about on 320 pace with everything that's happened. So not too much time left if you want to see me do it with the invisible cap on.
Normally, this room right here wants you to go ahead and like cling onto these walls and you slowly float up everywhere. Instead, we're just gonna skip over all that crap and we're just gonna be diving on top of these, utilizing, going just far enough to kick off these walls and skip all of that.
Right there, I wasn't sure if I touched the ground. So if you don't touch the ground before going back up on that first flower, after the first set of fuzzies, you actually don't get your cap jump back. Which
Yeah, really nice room right there.
yeah, it was a very good lake.
Yeah. Lake can easily be a run killer with those rooms.
Or fish.
Or the fish. It's mostly the fish.
Yeah, it's always the fish.
Into luncheon. This is one of my favorite. You hate this kingdom?
All right, I like coming back to it.
Yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, we're like
Boss sucks.
We're here for like a minute. It's fine. Food? Food?
McDonald's?
No. Arby's.
Arby's?
We have the meat. Okay, so right here, it's very important that we. You would think it's okay to like kind of dive over to this guy, but there is actually a bunny right there. And if you would dive, this bunny would actually start to move faster, and you would miss this, the easy cycle for this guy. So we kind of just, after they're done talking, just dive, bounce off his head, and the bunny comes right into us.
The utilization of hitting him and then using his taxi for the genuine boost. I love stuff like that in this game where you just are very creative and use the environment to your advantage.
So I keep my camera angled like this because the good old rule, if it's not on camera, it doesn't exist. It'll make it so I can actually get this moon, and then we're gonna capture this guy right away. And then we're gonna go break open the moon rock.
So this is the final kingdom in this like string of warp paintings that we're gonna be doing. After that, we still are gonna have to go to a few other kingdoms though to fill out our moon count. But coming up right here, another one of my absolute favorite rooms in the entire game, fork flicking. Let's do it. Gonna be utilizing the up throw as much as we can right here. Oh, and just made it up.
So I have certain ways I like to go for up throws just so I can kind of ensure that I get them. That's why you saw me kind of going up and down with my controller, just so I get the correct throw.
Are you going for the strat here?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
This strat sucks.
So this strat saves about 8.5 seconds if you can get it on your first try. The hard part about this category is basically not really messing up until this point. But then we kind of have to do like 9 really hard jumps at the very end of the run. And they each cost you like 20 to 30 seconds if you miss. So it's fun.
The baby route is you would go from the top of there over to Captain Toad, and then you would make your way back across all this to go to that moon right there, ending there.
So I'm gonna grab this checkpoint for safety. Hopefully I don't need it.
Yeah,
So to set myself up for this, I like to do a triple, then dive back. And hopefully I don't get sniped by the fireball of death. Okay, he didn't see me. I've lost a run because there's a stray fireball that just killed me, so.
Oh!
So yeah, so my visual cue for that, my visual cue for that is I wait for 3 flashes of that platform and then try to take a triple jump off the very edge so that I make it. But you can't go too far, because if you go too far, you die, because you don't get cappy.
Everyone's favorite part of the
All right.
run.
While we take a huge moon dump, you can read through some donations. Oh, it's gonna be a very big orb.
I'll do my best. We have $20 from LK, who says, I want to see that boss rush. Would now be a good time to start a $5 donation train? Wink, wink. Is that ×4? Yes, it absolutely is. On that note, we have $5 from Jeremy, who says, let's get that boss rush. My challenge to everybody listening. Donate $5. It's only the cost of tomorrow's latte, and we get to make Darkside happen and support the Prevent Cancer Foundation. That's the spirit, Jeremy. Thank you very much.
Nothing is more satisfying than seeing that little orb expand to where the camera can't hold it.
All right, so my moon counter is at 397 right now, which I think I'm one short. But thankfully, I have backup moons to use in the run, so it's not a big issue. I just have to remember to pick up an extra moon. So, yeah, thanks. All right, so...
This is a tough strat.
Yeah, this is another jump right after a previous one that was terrible.
Nasty.
So yeah, each time you miss that, you lose about 18 seconds. So right here, I'm gonna go for a very small optimization. It doesn't really matter if I get it or not. It would just save me like one hat throw. I didn't get it. So what I was trying to do, I was trying to knock his top hat off while capturing that at the same time. But I can still get it in one throw. Yep, there we go.
Nice. Again, hitting him from behind so the Cappy's hitbox is still on top of the Goomba.
So I want to land on that sign so it gives me a little extra height so I can barely get up here and then scare this guy. And if, you know, doing 2 jumps that could cause me to die wasn't good enough, well, let's make it 3.
Another terrifying strat right here.
Yeah, we pretty much got it.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that's another one of those very small time saves that we use in the run. It's a, oh, no thank you. Sorry. So that strat saves about 5 seconds. So it's just a bunch of small things that just add up to minutes in this run. So I know we're all very fond of the slide from Super Mario 64, so let's see if I can get a 13-7. That's probably not even a good time.
Also, my God, this track slaps, dude.
So yeah, this room looks like really terrifying, but it's actually very easy. You control Mario surprisingly well on this slope, so it's really easy to get extra coins, and it's just fun in general. All right, so you know how I did 3 jumps? So that could have killed me. Well, let's make it 4, you know, why not? So I'm going to be going for a very fast strat when I get all the way up to the top of this tower.
I love hitting that checkpoint almost 3 hours ago. Now is when we're using it.
Yeah, doing something 3 hours ago saves you like a minute and a half later in a run. Toad. All right, so I'm going to try to set this up as fast as possible. And then I'm not going to slow down for this. I should be fine. Yeah, so Captain Toad faces a certain direction, so you kind of want to go the direction he's facing, and it kind of makes it easy to line up, but if you don't pull back just a little bit, you will overshoot that moon very easily because of all the speed that you have.
Nice roll cancel right there.
Yeah, as you can see, I'm still running, so it's pretty good.
Again, anytime he throws out Cappy there, this is kind of weird to be talking about 3 hours into the run, but yeah, just to reiterate, anytime he uses Cappy right there, he can have that P-speed that he's running right there, and then throw Cappy and change direction on a dime and keep all that speed. He's been doing it all the way throughout the run. Also, best Peach.
Yes, I agree.
I'm glad you have good taste.
You too, Spike.
Yeah, buddy. Also, this whole time since he last took that Death Warp, he's been on another bird cycle he's been working off of the whole time. So he needs to make sure his movement's pretty good right here.
Should be good so far. Should be fine. But if you do take too long, as opposed to like 3 or 4 seconds here and there, if you have sloppy movement in this section, it's actually going to cost you like 25 seconds because the bird just flies away.
Star?
Star? Wait a minute. Wait a
The audience just got so upset.
Wait a minute.
Star?
That was from
What
the
is this?
that was from the painting that I checked in Mushroom Kingdom. And as you can see where the bird is, I've had good enough movement to catch it on the correct cycle.
Nice movement all the way throughout.
We just kind of wait for it. And then we're going to get these notes.
And just a couple more here in Cat before we go to very terrifying Kingdom and Lost Kingdom 2.
So I do have to shake to fly faster as a Goomba, unfortunately. So I don't really want to talk while I do that. It's a little weird.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that the go fast button in this game isn't a button. You just shake that controller the whole time.
Someone say shake. I think they did. Yep. All right, so here's another bunny strat. You want to aim just to the right of it. And it just goes right into you. And with that, we are done in Cap.
Very nice. And as we're making our way over to Lost 2, come on, ladies and gentlemen, let's push that number higher. Let's get to $2 million raised for PCF here at AGDQ 2019. Get those donations in right now.
All right, so I'm going to do some fast menuing. Dude, we're almost there. I believe we can do it. We could do it by the end of this run.
Save, kill the animals, dark side, boss rush, whatever you want, but get in the donations.
All right, so we are making a return. Hype. We are making a return to Lost Kingdom, where we lost a lot of time earlier. So we want to start off by talking to Peach. So a thing to note about this kingdom, it's been kind of reworked lately over the past couple months, I'd say, to where we kind of get through. We take a different route. We didn't used to get the moon shards here because we thought they were too slow. But with a reroute, they're actually very fast. I think they only take about 18 seconds, which is just crazy.
Yeah, this again, that purple goop, as we saw showcased in the last time we were here, it is a one-shot. So this is the final run killer of the run, I would say.
Thank you for reminding me of the backup. Oh, right. Yeah, you're not.
He was thinking about the backup moon.
I was. You're not supposed to duck there.
Yeah, we just take the damage here, which creates a like a shock wave-like effect, blowing up those blocks. Very scary jump here to get into this little Captain Toad cubby hole.
So I'm actually gonna take the safe route.
Ah, okay, makes sense.
Yeah. The reason I do it this way as opposed to the other method, wall jumping onto that tree is a nightmare, so I just don't want to deal with it ever in a run. This method loses a few seconds, but you kind of like pick your poison. Do you want to play more consistently throughout the whole run, or do you want to like try to get as many time saves as you can? So I opt in for a little bit of both.
They normally want you to do this whole thing with the tropical wiggler, just going around and getting all the different pieces.
Yeah, he's made of a lot of orbs. So I kind of like don't slow down at all when I'm going through that section just because I know how far Mario dives. So I'm not really worried about overshooting anything. So right here, I'm gonna actually, it's faster to not have this guy when you do this section. But since I like to use this guy for a bunny strat that you're gonna see very shortly. So for some reason, this bunny just kind of jumps right into you for whatever reason. So we can kind of just
cut him off at the pass.
Yeah, we can just hold ourselves out there, and he kind of jumps into your back legs for whatever reason. I don't get it, but hey, it's a free moon, right? So it's just all those consistent strats that I like to take.
Now he's gonna try to make his way over here, baiting this guy over to get the moon. Really nice movement there.
Yeah, you can also save a lot of time in your speedruns in this game if you just become very good at multitasking without Cappy while he's unavailable or doing something.
And speaking of multitasking, we got this moon that spawned over there to the right.
Yeah,
we don't
I
have
could.
much time to get.
Yeah, it's fine. We can take a little detour, maybe.
Give himself just enough time here to get over here and grab this moon. And then stand over at the Odyssey to wait on Cappy. And with that, very nice loss too.
All right, so yeah, no death.
May I cut in
Someone
real
over
quick?
there is committed to the orb really hard. I love it.
May I cut in real quick?
Yep.
Of course.
Lovely. We have a $5 donation from Slurpee who says, "Hey, Twitch chat, I heard you were going to do a $5 train at 3 hours. Let's do it." So on the 3-hour mark, guys. I'm holding you to that.
You have 90 seconds.
Do it, chat. Smiley face.
Cue it up and drop that sucker. I want to see that number jump to $3 million in like 6 seconds. McDonald's on me if it happens.
Ooh. All right, chat. Do it. Do it. I need that.
Me too.
For the whole room. Maybe shoot for like 2.9. I don't know.
So right here, I'm just taking advantage of low gravity again.
Yeah, Moon 2 in the route is, a lot of people probably look at this and say, because we're only going to get 5 moons and then peace out immediately. It does end up being fast enough, the time commitment, to come over here, because you can get 5 very fast moons right at the start and then just leave immediately, because they're all pretty quick. Not to mention you get to talk to this, the tourist over here one more time, which will send him to Mushroom Kingdom to talk to him one more time. So it's effectively like you're getting a 6th moon as well.
Yeah. So we just kind of visit, and now we're done. So I should be at, since I'm one short, I should be at 436. Yes, that is correct. Normally I would be at 437 for this.
And back off to lunch in 3, as it turns out.
Yeah, so I think, what was it, Timpani? Did we save like...
Happy 3-hour mark.
Did we save like 5 seconds with this strat?
So the deal with lunch and coming back to lunch again is that when we get a certain amount of moons, we unlock more outfits. And that's like at intervals of every 20 or so moons, you'll just unlock more and more. If we moon dump at the end of Luncheon 2, we effectively skip one of those new outfit unlock messages. And effectively, by coming back here again, we actually save 2.5 seconds on text.
Oh, nice.
That number has been exploding.
Let's do it, chat. Come on, you guys got it.
Bayleef, you're doing great. This is all this applause is for you. I just want you to know.
Look, every moon that I get starts a new $5 train.
I'm seeing the numbers go up on my end, and wow. Wow.
Do it, Twitch chat, smiley face emoji. Twitch chat.
Twitch chat, Twitch chat, Twitch chat, Twitch chat, Twitch chat.
Twitch chat.
Oh my God, I don't have this much money in McDonald's. All right, so talking about the game real quick. That was cool. Also, nice Goomba boost right there off that slope. Nice little up throw. Got a catfish one more time, though. Corn.
Corn? Nope.
Yo, let's all donate $5 to corn real quick. That'd be great.
Yeah, do we have any corn emojis?
Oh, so this coming up is potentially the most important part of the entire run. If you love anime, donate $5 right now. Because that will convince Bayleef. There are 2 different songs you can use here to talk to this music toad.
Yeah.
He wants to listen to, I believe it's a monster on the rampage. There's a choice you can select option number 4 to be the T-Rex music, which is all right. You can slap to that. That's fine.
I'm watching the tracker. I'll know if you guys do it. I mean, I think it worked, maybe. So, cute chat, hiya.
Enjoy extended anime because you technically control Bowser during anime segment, so it is a monster rampaging. So you listen to this the rest of Luncheon 3.
The Twitch chat train just put us over halfway to the boss rush incentive. The Twitch chat train just jumped the incentive by like 9K in the past 60.
Woo, let's go!
Dang.
We are now over halfway there. We're making it happen out here, people! Can do it!
Come on, let's be a part of history.
Yo,
$2 million.
That was 5 moons instantly. We got a 6th moon.
That's $25
That
right
is
there.
$5 from Twitch chat.
That's like a 40 nuggy.
Whoa. Don't tease me, Spike. Please.
It's all on you now, dude.
Whoa. Trying to pin this on me.
It jumped by another 10K. This is really going nuts.
When you guys are killing it. Killing it.
I don't know if y'all knew this, but Bayleef's a speedrunner.
Dude.
He goes real fast. Y'all are running out of time to get that dark side incentive, man.
Yeah, if you think I'm slowing down for you guys, better spend $5 for charity.
And do you really want to let him win?
Yeah. If I beat you guys to 2 million, you guys are never gonna hear the end of it.
Think of how smug he'll be.
Oh. There's emotes for that.
Oh, it's still going. Keep going.
All right, little risky jump right here.
Yeah, I gotta get a nice full extension there.
$125,000 and counting. It just keeps going up. We're almost there to the incentive.
Chat, 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 chat.
Let's go, chat. Show me what you're working with.
It's coming. It's rolling. 1.9 million, baby!
It jumped $3,000 in the course of that clap.
All right, so since I am short a moon,
Anime is becoming real right now.
Just turn it back on in the next level.
all right.
Nice spin pounce all over the place here. Again, cutting out those slow animations.
Anime?
Bayleef has absorbed the power of anime here. This pace.
All right, back to mushroom with one final jump.
There's an example. Use that.
$5?
$5 bills. Oh my God, it's going so fast. And this brings to an end the secret painting exit tour of the run. Star.
We get it. It's not a moon. So, Twitch chat, I heard you liked the anime. So, do you want a sequel?
Ooh.
Let me just figure out how to.
You gotta learn how to menu. 46.
I'm trying.
It's back. Anime's alive.
Oh wait, I probably should have waited.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
You're gonna get anime not once, not twice, but a very optimal
Oh no.
3 times.
I
in
think
this run.
I hit A1 too many times. Anime's too strong. That's fine. We're fine.
We're just giving them time, dude.
Yeah. See, when I pop in the menu now, it's gonna be on the songs.
This is a banger he's playing, but it's not anime.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right. Round 3.
All right, anime.
Anime. Round 3. The triple. Oh my gosh, it's so close. All right, I think I might lose this one. Twitch chat's going in.
I thought you were fast, my dude.
I got this. It's fine. There's no way.
Do you need a backup, Moon?
I already got it.
Yeah, you got the correct.
You're good. All right. Let's go, Bayleef. Let's go.
Oh, that's a Pokemon.
Yeah, the Pokemon. Yeah.
Why does he speedrun Mario? So a nice little spin throw. Man, it's so weird listening to this track while I'm in here. I'm not used to this.
Casually, they want you to use the scooter right here in order to get across, but with just really good rolling movement over all the mounts and everything, you can get there instead.
Yeah, rolling's very fast. So if you somehow manage to get all this way on PB pace,
I can't believe you guys do this so late in the run.
there's one final jump that can cost you about 17 seconds each time you mess
Yeah,
up.
Timp, you love this jump, don't you?
I actually do an alternate just so I don't have to do it late.
Makes sense to me. I do it right afterwards. This is actually an extremely hard jump. He's gonna go for these spin jumps off the slope. Who
Very
needs
nice.
serious time?
Yeah, we don't
We're
need
in anime
We're good.
time.
Anime, yeah. Who needs serious?
You better never miss that trick again. You
Well-
did it with 500 people screaming in your ear.
All right, let's just talk about this. I'm probably going to bonk here. Nope, we're good.
Ooh, what am I?
Listen, you know, it's funny. I nail the hard tricks and I mess up easy movement throughout the whole run.
Oh, come on, Twitch chat.
I'm going to win Twitch chat. All right, so for anyone who watches Darker Side, this is the resident sleeper time. So this is where I'm gonna let Punchy just read off donations for 5 minutes.
This is where we get all the achievements for all that stuff we did. So you get 4 minutes. Go for it, Punchy. Oh, but real quick, if you are bored at home and you're not donating, which you should donate, you can play rock, paper, scissors with Mario right here.
Yeah, and if you lose, you donate $5.
Yeah, just look at his hand. You can play rock, paper, scissors every time. 4 minutes of donations, go.
I think I just lost.
Back. Okay, God bless you for stalling because the donation page went down briefly and it just...
Oh, good.
I bricked it. We have $500 from Anonymous.
Woo!
With no comment. We have $250 from True Rhyme, who says, just wanted the audience to know that I'm clapping along at home. Moon.
Moon.
Maria donates $5 to say Twitch chat donation train hyped. We are at $185,000 to the Darkside Boss Rush.
I thought someone donated
194,000. Mine hasn't updated yet. It's almost there. We have $50 from Steve, who says, how does Mario breathe on the moon? I don't know. How do I breathe right now? I'm losing my voice, man.
So what I'm doing right here, I'm just going into first person before every moon. It saves about half a second.
Yeah, saves about 10 seconds over the course of talking to her 31 times.
We have $25 from Cello, who says, have you heard about the restaurant on the moon? The food is great, but it has no atmosphere.
Let's go, Twitch chat. Let's go. Come on, you guys are almost there.
The Boss Rush donation incentive has been met. We've done it. You're
We're going to Dark Side.
You're fantastic.
Oh man, we might hit the 2 million mark by the time I'm done with Toadette. It's still going up.
It's extremely possible. We have $50 from Thieves, who says, having lost both my mother and my father to cancer, I'm extremely appreciative to generous events like GDQ. I saved my donation for one of the most entertaining games to watch. Odyssey, thank you for a wonderful week and for all the hard work of the GDQ staff and all the runners. What a fantastic week. Also, Moon! I'm losing my voice over here. Ow!
Twitch chat, you know what rhymes with $5? $5. You're running out of time, chat. You're running out of time. I'm almost done. A few more moons. I think that's the last one. Yeah.
All right.
All right, so I should be at 500. Should be. Are you gonna beat the moon dump, Twitch chat? Can you do it? Can you do it?
9, 5.
Oh, Monka S.
Oh, you've got time.
Monka S. All right, we're fine.
We're doing a couple backup moons.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's okay, because 6.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing.
2. 1.
Oh, I'm not gonna win this. It's over.
2
What? I lost.
It's okay, buddy.
Twitch chat's too
Don't get him next time.
Twitch chat's too fast.
Just remember, Spike promised McDonald's for 3.
Don't stop. Keep it going.
Yeah, Twitch chat, I'm not done yet.
And 500
All right, so yeah, that's 500 since I messed up. Kill the animals. Make sure you kill the animals, Twitch chat. All right, so. All right, you win this time, Twitch chat. You win this time. Okay, so now we are going into the darker side dungeon. Since I'm on the most current patch, I cannot use frog skip. I'm also curious about which moons I missed.
I'm sort of wondering.
Yeah, I'm very confused right now.
All right, so here we are at the final kingdom of Darker Side. This is our goal for the run, is to beat this kingdom. This is what we were collecting the 500 moons to get to. The goal of the category is to get over to that building all across the gap. Some of you might be familiar with a skip called Frog Skip. That was a 1.0 exclusive trick. Now 1.2, we can't use it anymore. It's a pretty difficult dungeon casually, and even here going for some of the speed strats, it can be very difficult. He's gonna start off with going through this room, trying to grab onto these poles from the outside, and dodging, having to climb up all of them. Little death defying because that's death down there, which means it's death defying. Nice full extension right there, getting to that last pole. Into the buffered spin pound. Gonna have a lava bubble section coming up right here. Very easy to lose your lava bubble, have it break, and you fall and lose a lot of time here. By the way, if you die here, you go back to the beginning of the dungeon. So this is a lot of time lost. I said 3 million. Twitch chat, I'm holding you to it. Bayleef right here going for an absolutely insane strat, going for the uproot skip right here. Going to try to completely skip this top ceiling. Able to get in here for the initial section. He's going to try to avoid any of the damage in this next water section, this poison water. So he's got to take the damage.
That's not good.
Yeah, going to have to drop out of it.
That is not good.
And have to just let this cycle go by and then long jump over the whole group. This is terrifying. He's got to get out in time and woo!
Yeah, so unfortunately, I think I dropped a dive input, which is actually very bad in that section, but I'm not done yet. Like, I can still die.
Yeah, we still have a couple of very easy sections where he could take damage. And again, any death here will send him back to the beginning of this dungeon. See you, Yoshi. Oh yeah, by the way, Yoshi's in this game.
Bye, Green Dog.
And we killed him.
Whoops. So yeah, that's pretty much the majority of it. As long as I don't do anything stupid, I should be fine.
Punchy, let's get an update. We have hit that dark side incentive. What is Save Kill the Animals looking like, my man?
Let us see here, shall we? Save the Animals is still ahead by $15,000 with 80,000 total.
Now what I like to hear, Twitch chat, we're killing those animals tonight. Come on.
I disagree. I'd love to hear that.
I mean, I did toss the sheep off the ledge for you, Twitch chat, so I think it's only fair.
Nice large skip right here, having to skip out on all that stuff with just a well-timed...
So there's a heart right there, but...
Woo! You are an idiot.
Whoa, dude. Wow.
All right, prove me wrong.
D-colon in the chat.
So this is what he's going to try to skip over the entire rest of the dungeon. He has to shake like an absolute madman. You can see him on the camera right there. That's not for fun. That is not for pleasure. He is doing it right here so he can skip the rest of the dungeon, trying to fly over all this. It might look like it's just okay, we're flying across it. There are a ton of invisible barriers here that will kill Glyden, and by extension, kill you. So he definitely wants to avoid that at all costs. If he drops any of the flight inputs, he will drop to his death here. Trying to get to that back platform back there. We're losing a lot of height right now. This is going to be very close if he can make it. Oh, shaking like a madman right here. We're in there.
No, wait, he's still alive. Wait, I gotta go back. He's supposed to fall in the lava. I mean, what? So if all that wasn't bad enough, we do have a fast strat for the letters. It's nothing major, but we like to do U skill.
You will pee yourself the first time you do this.
and then we have a nice lovely.
Woo!
Thank you so much for
Twitch
playing
chat.
my game. Yeah, thank you Twitch chat. Thank you Twitch chat.
All right, now he's just got to climb this building.
Without taking damage.
If you find a way to take damage here.
I think I would just stop running the game.
I think you would, dude. We're just on to Super Metroid at that point. You do actually want to optimize these jumps a little bit.
Yeah,
So right here he's going to go for a big one. Skip out on that lower platform. Whee! All right, get ready on time. As soon as he touches these moons, we're out of there. Time.
Ugh.
Woo!
All right.
Where were the moons? Bayleef.
All right, thank you, everyone. You're so kind. Okay. All right, so we're not done yet. We're not done yet. So the donation for the boss rush was met. So we're just gonna go straight into. I'm not gonna even bother changing orb. So a 3:21:12. That loses about I would say about 8 or 9 minutes to my best splits. But I did add the boxers in and add a lot of death throughout the run. But
We had to get 2 bonus moves at the end.
I know, right? I don't know what I missed.
I don't remember what you. I don't know.
It felt fine. I'm very concerned, actually. It's probably the shot moons.
Something, yeah. Yeah, here is Dark Side. So Darker Side unlocked at 500 moons. Dark Side was at 250. No, there isn't a Darkest Side. I know, it should have been there. But here we are at the Dark Side of the moon. This is at 250 moons, you unlock this. And we have to do, in order to unlock all the little sub-areas here, you have to beat all the Brutals again in this
All right,
boss.
so there's a heart right here. We're just going to go ahead and take it. Debated.
Oh.
We don't need it.
He has to beat 5 bosses in a row without taking 3 hits of damage. And he can't see himself.
Yeah, it's a little hard to see Mario. Hopefully it all goes well. So the first boss, Topper with 3 hats.
You'll see him utilize the technique where he jumps up in the air and throws Cappy real quick in order to deaden Mario's jump so he doesn't go too high up in the air. See if he can hit this. Oh my God. That is really hard to do.
Oh. Hey, Topper. Okay, thanks.
All right, so there's 1 boss down, but 1 hit down as well.
So Topper is the most annoying one to deal with just because it is low gravity and you kind of have to, you don't want him to go around everywhere, but I did get all the quick hits, just not the final hit. Get some coins because I'm poor, because of the boxers.
That really cut into your funds this run.
Dude, I know, right? I don't usually spend that much.
I wish we could still just see the boxers.
That would be funny.
The boxers of doom.
All right, so next we have Harriet. She has her 2 pieces of hair.
She has 2 single strands of hair.
Just 2. So her patterns are a little different this time around, actually. So she's gonna go that way. However, we want to stand in front of her again. So she's actually gonna go away from me.
Ooh, all right,
Yep.
nice lock on at the last second to confirm that hit. All right, nice hit.
So that's 2 down, 2 to go. So this next one's not too bad. I just can't mistime my hat throw. Otherwise, it gets pretty messy.
Literally.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
200 IQ plays.
Gets a little pukey up in here.
Again,
That looks so cool. Just the little silver.
again, there are no recovery hearts. So this one's a little weird. You kind of just want to like do a little jump and throw Cappy away from him when his hat goes pointy. And you should get him every time.
Should do it.
And then he gives you the
Very
Shia,
nice.
he gives you the Shia LaBeouf again.
Again, I cannot reiterate how hard it is to control Mario's height to get these precise timing bounces off the enemies when he wants to just fly up in the air because he's in moon physics.
Yeah, so this one, the second and third hits on this next guy aren't too bad, but the first one is terrible.
I feel like we should be doing a tire commercial right now that looks so good.
It's very clean. Very clean tire.
Oof.
So this one's really easy. You just ground pound, jump up. When his hat touches the ground, just hit the ground pound button. You don't even have to do anything. Just go up and down, it's super easy. But the first hit is really annoying to get because sometimes you can just go right over him. So it's hit or miss. I mean, I think I've seen some people doing damageless runs kind of take a hit just because they kind of hit the back end of them. So let's see, that's all of them actually. So we have one more. We actually do get a life up heart. Should I take it? I mean, oh, sorry.
It's kind of directly in your path.
Yeah, there's almost no way. Well, here's Captain Toad, but he's fine. So this fight is actually very easy and can kind of be like your entryway into learning how to do the mech fast. You would think this would be harder, but it's super easy.
We don't need any help.
Yeah, it's like, oh. Keep in mind, I can't see myself.
You
I can't see myself.
Dude.
There we go.
Like how you're defending yourself now.
I am invisible. So we're just kind of get on top of him, maybe? Come on. There we go. So we just kind of do the same strats. I'm doing it in a different order just because of the zero gravity. It doesn't really matter, so we just kind of just try to get them as fast as we can.
Again, during this bucking Bronco phase, they are still invincible, so you can't hit them during this. You gotta let it run out. As soon as it stops moving, that's when you can hit it. Oh, wow, that is not easy to do even in this gravity.
So bonk there, it doesn't really matter because we're way up here and it's that easy. So that's Dark Side Boss Rush, but I was invisible. So a little extra for you guys. And then I think the last one was the Bowser refight.
Oh yeah, we're doing that too.
So 5 minutes 50 for that one. That's actually pretty good. I think I lost about, 10 seconds to my original gold. So it's not bad. Where am I?
Gotta load up a new file.
I think my game's broken. Hold up. I'm gonna send that in to Nintendo. Have them inspect that.
Really
screenshot.
proud of Cappy doing that all by himself.
Oh yeah.
It's impressive. Wait, why did we have to join?
What a monster.
All right, so now we're in the King's outfit. Has a nice little sound effect. So with that, orb. So to end the game on some lovely credits, let's head back to the moon one last time. And this is, I found this strange that Nintendo put this in. You actually can't refight any of the original bosses throughout the entire storyline, but they did make Bowser challengeable for some reason. So I'm not entirely sure what was up with that, but I mean, I'm not going to question Nintendo. So we're just going to do some more basic movement just to get over there.
Yeah, we could definitely read some donations while we make our way over.
It'll be a while.
Super. Can do. You have $555.55 from Narf. They say this also rhymes with $5?
Close enough.
Correct. With $65 from Matthias, who says, I don't know what's going on, moon!
Oh, no.
We have $5 from Suzushiro, who says, Games Done Quick is my favorite anime. These are all in all caps. That's why I'm yelling, despite the fact my voice is dying. We have $500 from Marco Polo, who says, just lost to Mario at Rock, Paper, Scissors 100 times.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
We only played it 31 times.
Yeah.
What happened?
All right, so here's our refight. It would be cool if they included all of the paintings, just so we could go refight all of the bosses.
Hey, you
but
just spawn right back here.
yeah. Oh. Not so fast. Huh? Wait, what? All right, so same fight pretty much. It's good if you're not the best and you're still learning speed strats, because it's good. I mean, it's good practice, so it's nice that they have it in there. I just wish they had it for all the bosses. So we just do some more of the same strats. Maybe I'll spin over the fire.
Yo, that's the actual strat. That's what I do. You know that's why it's good.
Oh, he turned around.
The turnaround, though.
Whoa, I was in that.
As you can tell, the fire hitbox is not exactly, it's not really what it looks like.
You can roll over it.
It's a thin little line.
Oh, I was used to the zero gravity for a sec. I was waiting for myself to pop up. Whoops. All right, it's fine.
You can keep donations rolling through this as we do the refight.
Absolutely. We have $50 from Kaimon, who says, I came back from getting through just in time to hear the countdown to 2 million. Awesome. There's still time. Let's go for 2.5 million. We are coming up on the GDQ record if we can keep this train going. It's very possible.
Oh, a record. Well, time to drop some $5. Get that train going again, chat.
Keep it going.
All right, chat, we all did $5 at the 3-hour mark. At the 3-minute mark of this one, $5. Every one of you. And then I will owe a lot of McDonald's to a lot of people. McDonald's, everyone? We're down? Yeah.
Yeah, sign me up. Now, hold up, Spike. I don't know if that McDonald's out there is prepared for us.
I don't know. They seem like a fine establishment.
They're friendly, but I don't think they're ready.
They don't have a drive-through.
What?
Does anyone else think that's weird? They don't have a drive-through?
I didn't even notice that.
I drove around them multiple times thinking I missed it. They don't have a bathroom? They don't have a bathroom. What else do you do in there?
So you see I missed my triple jump there. You can actually just do a little claw swipe and it'll give you a little extra height in case you mess up.
All right, a little bit of serious time again. Very nice. Also, I have to point out, for a long time, we didn't know that you could save time in there. You can hold Y to run just like Mario does in 8-bit sections. For the first, 6 months this game was out, we didn't know that. All of a sudden we did, we're like, oh my God, we turned on Game Shark. What happened?
That was 3 minutes.
All right, $5, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh ho ho.
It's the stream content.
Come on, we even brought back anime a 4th time in this run.
Yeah, you don't see that every day. All right.
All right, final time coming up very soon.
Yeah, we're gonna smack that final button as soon as I blast off into the credits. And time.
Woo!
But
Let's give it up for Bayleef.
yeah, thank you so much, everyone. So I think real quick, I know I'm limited on time. I would like to thank Twitch chat for getting us over the 2 million mark during the run. You guys are awesome. I'd also like to thank Spike and Tiffany for helping me out through the run.
Ooh.
I tend to get a little tunnel vision in the second half because it's just so fast-paced. And a huge shout out to my community for just making the run enjoyable. And if you want to watch me do these runs live, I do stream daily, and I'm on the grind right now for this. I have under 2 minutes to go until I get a time I'm happy with. And if you guys want to come hang out, feel free to follow my channel, and I will see you guys in the future, GDQs, future streams. And you guys are awesome. I love you.
Please follow both of these gentlemen right here, Bayleef and
Yeah.
Tiffany.
And with that, we'll get this Super Metroid run going, and hopefully kill the animals. Thanks.
All right, thank you very much, Bayleef, for that amazing run of Mario Odyssey. Thank you very much. Give it up one more time for Bayleef, crowd. We're going to kick it to an ad. We're going to kick it to an ad real quick, but stay excited. The finale is coming up.
Got a cool design you want to have printed on a tee? Bring it over to theyeti.com. We have a bunch of colored tees to choose from. We'll review your design, and if yours gets accepted, we'll schedule a sale date. Your design will be available for 24 hours only, and you'll get $150 per shirt sold and 3 free shirts on us. After that, you'll still keep the rights to your work. Neat, huh? Visit theyeti.com/submit today.
Greece is a serene and evocative journey presented through stunning art and animation and a breathtaking soundtrack. Available now on Nintendo Switch and PC. Visit greecegame.com for more about Greece and developer Nomada Studio. You can find their social media on Twitter at Nomada Studio BCN. That's Greece Game.
This is how we roll, man. This is how we rock. This is how we win. This is how we roll, man. This is how we rock. This is how we win. This is how we roll, man. This is how we rock. This is how we win. This is how we roll, man. This is how we rock. This is how we win. This is how we roll, man. This is how we. This is how we win. This is how we win. This is how we roll, man.
Okay, thank you for sticking with us. We're going to kick it straight to another interview. We are doing prize shenanigans with Sent at JHobz. Take it away, guys.
Hello, everybody, and I'm just going to immediately apologize for my voice not holding up. I might have been the one that yelled, "Come on." So it's kind of gone at this point. My name is JHobz, and I'm joined with not only Sent, but also Sumichu. So hello, and welcome, everybody.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Always great to be here, Hobbs.
Yeah, well, we just passed the 2 million mark. That was pretty fantastic, right? But it's not over yet. We still got one more run.
Right.
And that run has a pretty good incentive, you know, pretty time-honored tradition.
Pretty historical incentive, for sure.
Save or kill the animals, right?
Right.
And there's pretty much only like one clear choice.
Right, right, obviously.
No, I mean, yes, but it's obviously save the animals, right? Right?
Sumi.
Hello?
Are you sure? Like, come on. Saving the animals has always been something reserved as the ultimate level of disrespect in a race. It's the thing you do to style on your opponents. You can't do that in a solo run. You need that time. It's like 16 seconds to go get them.
It's like 960 frames. That's a lot of frames.
That's a lot of frames.
Okay, well, I have played Super Metroid before, okay? And I have finished the game in 13 hours. And I think that save is just completely the right choice.
All right, Sumi, I mean, I understand where you're coming from. But as the person who consistently finished last in Desi's puzzle races, kill is obviously the only way to go.
Okay, as someone who has never played Super Metroid, you're both wrong. We want to raise more money for the Prevent Cancer Foundation, all the awesome work they do. And right now, Save is in the lead, so we got to go for kill.
I mean, I agree with your ideology there, Hobbs, but I mean, I feel like your opinion has kind of been invalidated by that.
Wait a minute. All right, pause right now because I have got some stats.
Since
to
when
back
do
up
you
my
have a
argument.
whiteboard?
I always have a whiteboard.
Oh.
So if you look right here, as you can see, save versus kill, this is the GDQ lifetime stat right now, okay? It's been in a grand total of 16 marathons, and save only has 7 wins, kill has 9.
That's true, Sumi. But what you're not telling the people is that $20,100 difference is actually for Save. Save has raised more money over the past 16 marathons.
Yeah, so Save has raised more overall, so we should get kill equal up to that. We should make kill raise more.
No, but, I mean, look at these cute animals. Like, look at how happy they are. Happy, 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 happy.
What you don't see is behind that visor is a face of despair, okay? Samus is just upset at how many frames she lost saving those animals.
Sumi, I bet you don't even know the names of those animals. Like, come on.
This one is called Beelzebub, okay? This one's name is Lucifer.
Okay, Hobbs, I don't think any of that is factually correct.
Jafar.
No, that is definitely wrong. But I mean, you're on my side, so I'm still going to support you in this argument.
Okay, you know what? I have right here some graphs that support my argument, all right? in these graphs, you can clearly see that across every metric, kill beats save, including in this bottom right graph where the line moves to upwards and to the right. Thus, I'm happy.
Okay, Hobbs, I'm on your side here, but that makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
Sent, you know what makes no sense? Your gloves make no sense, Sent. You're wearing them backwards. You've been doing it all week.
What? I'm just wearing gloves, Hobbs.
Sent, you know what I have here?
What do you have, Hobbs?
I have a sign that will support my argument.
Okay.
Another whiteboard.
Okay, Hobbs, why do you have that sign, and why is it more accurate than your graphs?
This has been bothering me all week. I definitely did not just write this now.
All right, you know what, Hobbs? It's not about the gloves or how I'm wearing them wrong. It's about saving the frames and accomplishing the mission. The mission comes first, Hobbs.
That I can agree with.
I totally disagree. All right, everybody, Twitch chat. Obviously, Save the Animals is winning, so let's keep those donations rolling, please.
Sumi, how can you have people donate for Save the Animals? Don't you want to raise more money for PCF? I mean, they're going to donate to Kill.
But, I mean, what if there's just, even if you're going to donate more money, you know, you can always donate to save them more.
Why on earth would they donate to Save when it's already winning?
Well, Hobbs, I might know why they might donate if it's already winning. Maybe if they're interested in winning some of our amazing prizes. Prizes like this amazing grand prize we have here, a beautiful Master Sword and Hylian Shield, courtesy of our friends over at HeroicReplicas.com.
We also have a couple of facts about this sword, such as how it's made. It has a sand-cast bronze crossguard and pommel.
Oh yeah, right there.
It has a tempered high carbon full tang blade.
Full tang blade. That means the blade is going all the way through the hilt.
It has gold-plated cast pewter gems and accents. Wait, nope. I got this one. It's right here. And it also has an oak handle with leather wrap.
Very nice.
And also for the shield, the front of the shield has a formed steel that is powder-coated blue. The edges of the shield, the back cross, which is on the back of the shield, as well as the crest, they are made of aluminum and powder-coated chrome. And they come as a set.
Ah, yes.
Okay, but Sent, what might one have to do in order to enter for the drawing for this beautiful Master Sword and Hylian Shield donated by Heroic Replicas?
Well, Hobbs, you know, you might just have to donate $250 cumulatively throughout the marathon.
So if I donated $100 earlier in the week, I could donate another $150 and be in the running?
That's exactly right, Hobbs.
I'm ineligible.
You're ineligible, though. But those viewers at home, they certainly are eligible, and they're definitely going to want to get those donations in for it.
Also, for anyone who wants to see any development photos and step-by-step process on how they were made, you can visit them at HeroicReplicas.com. And Heroic Replicas is also on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Well, that's super cool, Sumi. Now, you know, guys, I do have one more prize I want to discuss about before the marathon's over. This prize is a little different because you can't donate for it. This prize is the friendship we've made along the way. Vuligin, why don't you come down over here? Come on down.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Vuligin. For those of you who do not know, he's one of the members of staff here on Games Done Quick.
Unfortunately, as some of you may know, our friend Vuligin is actually leaving GDQ staff after this event. But he will still be, wait, no, I hear the audience, they're going, oh. He will still be attending all of our events and volunteering. But we do want to recognize all of the work he has done behind the scenes.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, Vuligin has been integral in providing a link between, you know, the runners of every marathon and the committee, or as Prize Man has come to know them, the Evil Shadow Council. Uyama.
Vuligin has also helped a lot with coordinating volunteers and pretty much being the guy to go to when you just need something done and you don't know who to find. You just grab him and he'll hop on and get it done.
Yes. Also, as some of you have seen before, he has also fired me.
Oh yeah, that did happen.
I regret nothing.
This is from SGDQ 2018.
Wait,
do you think that was?
Are you serious? Do you know how many memes are on the street?
That's a garbage meme. Are you kidding me right now?
This is not even a red card. That's literally a pink card.
It's good enough. Whatever. Get off of my pitch. Oh, God.
So, Vooligan doesn't really let me have fun. And, you know, this is your last event, and I just want you to know that I don't hold grudges. But I do like to get even, so... You're fired. But seriously, Vooligan, I am presenting you with this red card. This is not just a red card like the ones you see in soccer, but it's a red card. Get it? Card, red card, red card.
Hey, Sent.
Red card.
Can we fire Sumi too?
Yeah, I think we have to, Hobbs. Sumi, you're fired. It had to be done, frankly.
Well, thanks again, Vooligan, and we will let you go ahead and read that card later. But we are just about ready for our final run of the marathon. Remember, everybody. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, give that some applause.
Yeah. Remember, everybody, that the Prevent Cancer Foundation does a lot of fantastic work. And as we even saw from Rick from PCF earlier in the week, even $200 can be used to make a life-saving device. And think of how many people are in the stream right now. That's $45 donations, okay? Just please keep those donations coming. Save, kill, whatever it be, kill.
Save them.
For sure. I mean, we always think of these donations in terms of like tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or even just thousands of dollars. But when it comes down to it, you know, every donation matters. So like Hobbs said, please keep those donations coming, whether they're for save, whether they're for kill, the obvious better choice.
Save them.
And with that, let's go ahead and throw it back up to the front for Super Metroid with Shiny Zenny for our final run.
Oh, okay, but really, Sumi, I'm gonna need your badge and that Crocomire back.
Now, I know you all have way more energy than that. Can we please hear it for breaking the 2 million? And here's what we're going to do. We're going to shatter some records tonight. Chat, we can't do this without you. Crowd, we can't do this without you. So let's see if we can make it to that 2.3 together.